when you think of like a interracial couple, yeah, what is the first picture that comes to your mind?
White boy, black girl.
White boy, black girl.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think, to be honest with you, I think it's because I see it more in my immediate social circles. I have maybe 3 of my friends that are dating white guys.
Wow, for real. Whereabouts do you live?
I'm Irish,
Oh, you're in
so I live in Dublin.
Ireland.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So like you see more white boys with black girls than you see black guys with white girls.
I think that's what I see in my social circle. Overall, I would say it's pretty even. Like, I'll be honest, it's not even like there's not enough black guys for the black women to date or vice versa. I think it's quite an even split where it's like, it just kind of depends on like your personality. If you're someone who's very like, because I tend to see it a lot with like black girls or black guys that don't have much of their personality within like their African or Caribbean roots, and they align more with their Irish side because they were like raised in this country. They tend to lean to the Irish crowd rather than the African Caribbean crowd, which is fine, but it's just something I've seen.
Wow, that's a first. I've never heard that about that. But like to be fair, I didn't really know about how it is for black people in Ireland. That
Yeah,
I kind
that's
of
fair.
knew. I kind of knew there was a little population of like Nigerians there,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
really know. Like,
Now there's a big Nigerian and Ghanaian community in Ireland. There's less of an East African crowd, less of a Caribbean crowd, but they're there. But yeah, typically a lot of the time, if I don't see more like monoracial couples, I do see interracial, and it's from what I've seen, white guys with black girls. I don't know if it's
wow,
more or less. I think it's an even split, but hey.
wow, that's really surprising because I think most people would say that if they think of an interracial couple, they're gonna say a black guy with a white girl. But like obviously that's me speaking from my own UK London experience
That's understandable though, because I
and
would say I see
American
that in the
experience.
UK. Yeah, in the UK and America, I probably would see that as well.
Yeah, like because yeah, like I'm quite surprised. But obviously you're saying your immediate circle. So would you say what kind of girls are your friends? The ones that date white boys. What kind of girls are they?
I mean, well, 2 of them work in corporate. They're dating people that they work with. A lot of the time, you don't really see a lot of black guys in those fields. And when you do, they're in different subcategories of these fields. So, I mean, it's a proximity thing, really. But yeah, I don't know, they're cool people. Like, what can I say? They're my friends.
No,
Like,
no,
I
no,
don't
no. I
really.
mean, like when I say like, what kind of character are they? Like mild mannered? Are they very, very prim and proper? Like, are
Oh,
they like
okay.
what
Yeah, I
kind
get
of
what you're
person
saying.
are they?
I mean, honestly, the 2 friends I'm talking about, they're polar opposites of each other. Like, one is very, someone that you would call whitewashed on the surface because she's raised in an area where they speak a certain way, they act a certain way, and it's not very much like the Africanized kind of way. She's Nigerian, but she's all her life she's had an all group white girlfriend group and went to predominantly white school. She was like maybe one of like 7 people in her black school entirely for until she went to
Oh
secondary school
wow,
and uni. Yeah. So for her, it makes a lot of sense why she'd have a white boyfriend because she's surrounded by that. Now she works in a field that's again white dominated. That makes sense. But then this other friend, I grew up with her. We did go to a so we went to a Catholic school. There was a lot of white people there, but there was a bit more black people there, Asian people there. So it wasn't that bad. We went to secondary school and then there was a lot more black people. I think it was like a 50-50 split between black and white people in school. And then uni was predominantly black. So it's
do you
like,
think? Do you think that you and your friend that went to the more mixed school? Do you think you probably had a better experience than your friend that was just all around white people all the time?
oh yeah, we had the relatability with our own that she didn't have really. She felt kind of isolated in that regard.
Do
But
you think that's and so like? Would you agree that that's the reason why she's probably gravitating to have being in a relationship with a white guy?
I think she relates more to them on certain things. I think that obviously her being in that kind of environment, like the things that she'd be into and that we'd be into at that age were different. Like we were still listening to like Afrobeats and dancehall and that kind of thing, and like she's listening to like 40s hits, and it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like it's proximity. You're just into what you're into based on who you're around. And when she came around, all of a sudden she kind of like was like, oh, okay, like you guys do it this way. And even her hair, the way she used to do her hair was different. Like she'd predominantly rock her natural hair. She didn't really get no box braids or nothing until she started uni.
Wow. So like, so you're saying that your friend that was around white people all the time, she used to actually wear her hair natural, and then when
Natural in the sense of like she would relax it or she would straighten it, but she would never add anything to her hair.
wow. So are you saying that when she started hanging around more mixed crowd, then she started what changing, wearing like weaves or stuff?
She's still never worn a weave, but like she's worn box braids now. Like she's worn braided styles now. I think because at the time in the area she didn't have hairstylists near her to do braided styles, but now because she's moved, she obviously does now. So she wears more braided kind of hairstyles.
That's so interesting because if we keep it real, a lot of women in our community that are, you know, socialized in the community, a lot of them these days do wear like, you know, hair extensions or
Oh yeah,
wigs and stuff
yeah.
like that. And then I've heard that like a lot of times women that are probably in around white guys or date white guys, a lot of times they'll be natural. Why do you think that is?
I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of our culture influences our fashion sense. And I think that when you see, like, you grow up and you see your aunties wearing, like, their little hairpiece and they wear their braids and stuff. And you as a young girl, like, you're getting your hair braided and stuff. And you're used to having expression in your hair. Like, that's a norm for you. And then you become an adult and you want to wear the hairpiece. But the hairpiece is advanced to a 13x6 closure wig or a full frontal. That's just normal. In a white crowd, your hairstyles are limited because your access to these things are limited as well. You're not in the culture yet. You're in a different kind of culture. So unless your immediate family is putting you in that culture and you're around it based on your immediate family, what you're going to be into is what your peers are going to be into. And what they're into is the clip-on extensions and straightening their hair and doing a fishtail braid and the side ponytail and the messy bun. Like, that's them.
Do you think that it potentially might be healthier if like girls were in an environment where they felt like, you know what, I don't need to put on wigs or weaves and like rock my natural hair? Maybe even if they're relaxing it, but it's still their own hair. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think at the end of the day, I think the main goal that we should all approach, I mean, especially as black women, is to just love ourselves in our natural state. And I say that as someone who does wear wigs. Like, I am a bit of a hypocrite, but I do think that we should be someone who can look in the mirror and be happy with what we see. And if we can't do that, there's something wrong. Whether it's because of our own internal insecurities or insecurities the society puts on us, wherever they come from, especially in your young years, work on it so that it doesn't become a habit in your adult years. You should be happy with the woman you see in the mirror. And if you're not, address it. That should always be the ultimate goal.
That was a real, very, very real response, and I like that. And listen, any other women that are watching right now, you can join the live as well. Don't hesitate. If you're watching this, you're a lady and you've got an opinion about this, please join in the live. All right, cool. So like, it's so interesting you said that you think of white guys with black girls.
Yeah.
I think majority of people would say the total opposite, like, and like it wouldn't even be close. You get what I'm saying? Like, you come to London or even outside London, I think, yeah, it's not even close. It's not close. Like,
but to be honest, that's fair too, because I feel like with their experiences, they're going off of what they see as well. And if a lot of what they see is, because like, even for something to like reference, I do remember that a lot of time when I would watch these dating shows that have like UK like audiences, like even when Love Island in the UK, a lot of the black guys obviously did go to the white girls. They would try with the black girls and then probably end up with the white girl. And so for a lot of the people watching, that kind of does alter their perspective as well. Or maybe in real life where they went to school with a lot of black guys, but the black guys weren't really into them. They were into the white girls and they would date the white girls. Like, again, it's just about perspective, really. Just what depends on what you see.
do you think that a lot of black guys prefer white girls, or do you think majority?
I think the majority prefer their own.
Okay.
I think the majority of black men prefer their own. I see way more black men dating black women than anything else.
Is that in Ireland as well?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
But
okay.
like, I would be lying if I were to say, like, if I were to compare like interracial couples, like the opposite way round and stuff, that like on a global scale, I wouldn't see black men leaning more towards dating out than dating in. And even then, that margin is so slim, like so slim. Because dating out in itself is a minority between black men and other races, but they do tend to date out more than black women do.
Okay, cool. Why do you think that? Okay, outside of your environment, what? Because I think your environment's a little bit different,
Uh huh.
maybe. But why do you think, on the whole, that you see a lot of black guys dating out? Why do you think a lot of black guys are open to dating out?
I mean, some of them don't really see like race as a factor when it comes to attractiveness. If you're good looking, you're good looking, and that's about it. And I would like to hope that that's most of them. I do think some of them have their own internalized anti-blackness though that they don't really unpack. That's on them to figure out and work out. I think some of them place white women on a pedestal. I don't really think that's a fault of white women per se, but I think some women know that and use that to their advantage. I don't know, but I mean, it's varying reasons. I don't really want to like demonize black men and make it seem like there's a blanket thing and it's all malicious. I
No,
don't really
just
think it's
speak
all
your
that.
mind. Like, speak your mind. Like,
Yeah,
this is
like
an
honestly,
open platform.
I don't always think it's malicious. I really don't, because I'm also someone like, mind you, I have a black boyfriend, but I think I don't see race as a determining factor to what's attractive. I think if you're attractive, and attractiveness is in every community, right? I don't think any community is exempt, but I do think that with some black men, they struggle to like detach being a fetish and someone being genuinely attracted to you. And so when they find white women who cling to them and they're like, I want my green-eyed light-skinned baby named Jaden and this black man's gonna give it to me, like they can't separate that from being genuinely desired as a person, because being wanted either way is good. And like, that's something to unpack, because that is rooted in anti-blackness, because you shouldn't be a fetish to somebody else.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I share the same mindset. I think that you can find people attractive from any ethnic group, anywhere, any background. And yeah, I think you're right as well in saying that some guys, they either can't see it or they don't care if they're being
Mm-hmm.
fetishized. They either can't see it or they don't care, because at the end of the day they're just happy that they're getting boxed or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
do you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? I've come across non-black women who have basically tried to fetishize me,
Mm-hmm.
and just the idea of having a light skinned baby. Even, in fact, there was actually a girl that I met not too long ago who she
Mm-hmm.
used to say that exact thing. She just wants a light skinned baby. And I used to just make my
Yeah, they're like,
stomach
oh,
turn.
light
When she
skinned
used to
kids
say
are
that, that
so
would make my
cute.
stomach turn, bro. Like,
It's so sickening, honestly. I just feel like it's quite cringe as well and quite embarrassing, because it's like you're just professing like you want a build a baby and this specific character is going to give you that build a baby, and then when your baby don't come out the way you wanted it to, like it's just kind of like, what did you do all this for? Like the amount of white women who now resent their mixed race children because they didn't come out the way that they thought that they would. Like they don't understand how genetics work. You could be a white woman with a black man and end up with a dark skinned child, and then what? So, and then there's women that genuinely resent their children for this, and there's women who genuinely are like racist but have this fetishization of black men because they expect it to play out a certain way, and then when they don't play out a certain way, and for whatever reason the relationship don't work out, they take it out on their children. Now I'm not saying that's the majority of them, I would never say that, but I have people who I've met personally who shared that that's their experience being a mixed race person, is that from their
wow.
white side of their family and especially from their mothers, because they see their dad in them, there's a lot of like resentment there.
But I don't think that's necessarily because the kid is black or mixed race. I think probably
Yeah, of
because
course not.
that's something that happens in all relationships where you maybe the dad has treated the mums a certain type of way, maybe he's left her, and then now she sees the dad in the child, and then that causes resentment. But it could be what I'm saying, and it can be what you're saying as well. I'm not totally disregarding what.
Yeah, like I do think the idea that because their child is mixed with black is a very extreme one that happens a minority of the time. I couldn't say that I've personally seen that, but I have seen, oh, our relationship didn't work out and now I'm stuck with these children, who I only had because I thought I was going to be with this man, and now I resent the kids for it. I've seen that a lot in any kind of relationship, but I think in the mixed race ones, what I have seen is the white woman didn't even get to know the man she was with on a personal level. She's again chasing that fantasy of being with a black man who's going to give her mixed kids. So of course they're not going to work out, because you haven't built your relationship on any kind of stable foundation. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's built on a fantasy, and when that fantasy doesn't play out the way you want it to, then everything crumbles down naturally. But now you have real responsibilities to stand to. You have kids.
Hey, any women that are watching, please, please, please join the conversation, join the panel. Yeah, I don't want guys. I need women to join the panel. All right. So if you're listening, I see there's a lot of women that have left little comments. Like, please join the panel and speak your mind. Yeah. Yeah. I just think that whole I want a light skinned baby. I just think that that's really weird, to be honest. Like
Very weird.
That's not a genuine situation, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's something guys need to really think about. But yeah, Catherine, what have you got to say about the discussion?
Hi, Rich.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Speak a little bit louder.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually speak because I'm not in an interracial relationship.
Yeah, you don't need to be an interracial. Just speak your opinion.
Okay. Well, my opinion has slightly.
Louder, louder, louder.
My opinion has. I think my opinion's changed as of late, recently. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Before, and I'm talking about only a few months ago, I was very anti interracial relationships. And I've got a lot of interracial people in my family. Right?
Why was you anti-interracial relationships?
Because the way I was looking at it was like this. I saw it, and I didn't say 100% even then. I would say 98, 99% of those relationships were built on some form of self-hatred and fetish.
Okay, cool. I like that you said that. So, first thing, when you think of interracial relationships, what dynamic do you usually picture?
I think because I'm a woman, I would say what Lucky said. But if I want to actually say honestly, it's
What do you mean because you're a woman? Just say what you usually see.
well, as a woman, I usually see white men trying to, I don't. As a woman, it's white men that try to, approach me or hit
Yeah,
on
but
me.
I'm not talking about who approaches you. I'm talking about in the world when you come across interracial relationships, what dynamic do you usually see?
Yeah, so in the world, I would say definitely the BK man and the YT woman, or a woman of another
Okay, cool.
race.
Are you saying that? Okay, cool. So, but in addition, you're saying that a lot of white guys try to approach you, like that's standard.
I wouldn't say that a lot of white guys try to approach me, but I'm just saying any white man that I've spoke to has tried to approach me in that way. Mostly, honestly, and like we would start off as friends, and they would always try to take it there. But that's any man anyway. But I'm just saying I don't have the experience of being a YT woman and a BK man because I'm BK in it. But YT men are always trying to approach women, BK women. So that's been my experience. Yes.
Really? I don't know. I don't know, because like in my experience, and I've lived in, obviously I grew up, born and raised in London, lived in America, lived outside London, been in Birmingham, Manchester, all these, been Europe, and what I've seen, yeah, majority of the time is gonna be a black guy with a non-black woman. That's what I've seen the vast majority of the time. Now I do see now these days I am starting to see white boys with black girls. I am starting to see that, but that's still not at the same volume, like nowhere near the same volume in it. And that's just from what I see in the world. Do you get what I'm saying? Not just my personal experience. I think that most people do stick to their own though. Do you get what I'm saying? But I want to get back into what you were saying. So you said that you was against interracial because you saw it as a form of self-hate. You saw a lot of self-hate in that.
Yeah, so I'll elaborate. Well, for example, any of the YT men, and trust me, I'm not one of them women that get hit on because I'm not in the streets like that anyway. So don't think that I'm like, but I'm just saying every time a lot of them have in my past. But when they have, they would, in my opinion, they had some type of hatred towards at least their mum.
Are you talking about white guys that hit on you?
Yeah, I would notice that they had a
Wow.
mum that was a little bit like there was like they again. I feel like they was fetishized. I can't say the word like you, Rich.
It's
Fetishizing,
hard. It's difficult.
fetishizing me. I felt like that. That's why I never entertained it. Not only am I not physically attracted to YT men, but I never entertained it because I always felt like they was making me a fetish, and they had a strong hatred towards their YT mothers.
Wow.
And did they ever do the whole Nubian black chocolate goddess comment to you when they would move to you? Because they've done that to me too, you know. And I'm just like, what makes you think black women like that when they're like, my chocolate cocoa bean Nubian goddess, like gold bronze baddie? And it's like,
Is
what
that
makes
what
you
they
think
say
that
to you in Ireland? Yeah.
not just Ireland. I've been on holiday and that's their go-to, like, so some variation of like an African nation and then queen at the end, and then some variation of like a dark brown food and bronze and gold medals, and yeah, it's just I don't know, man, it's just ew.
Where it gives you the cringe.
It is. It's a bit of an ick. It is like saying, "Hey, hey, you're gorgeous" would suffice. Like, you don't need to tell me that I'm some kind of like cocoa bean, cocoa melon, choco caramel goddess, something. Like, just keep it. Yeah,
Let's be normal, innit?
just be normal.
To add to that, Lucky, that wasn't really my experience. I get that more from BK men, right? What to add to what you're saying, what I found the YT men also used to do, it's like they wanted to save me from roadmen.
Ooh.
And I used to, I've
Oh,
had
the
this,
white knight archetype. Okay.
yeah, they wanted to control me and save me from my BK race.
Wow.
That's how I
Would
make.
you say that them white guys in your experience, yeah, that you're talking about, these guys you're talking about, do you think that they looked at black men as kind of like a monolith? Like, all these black guys, they're all roadmen, they're all wrong uns,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna save you from falling in the trap of sleeping with them.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
And I'm not only one. I've had conversations with YT men where they've got that superiority thing about them, and they will deny it. They will deny it till they're red in the face. They will deny it, yeah. But as I unpack it, because I know how to unpack a conversation, and I always say to them, are you jealous of the BK men? Because
Crazy.
they always felt like they was there to police our race. That's how I felt with them, dealing with them anyway, like speaking with them as friends.
Are you talking about guys in London as well?
I'm talking about guys in London, but I have to be honest, I don't speak to. They would be professional men. I don't really deal with the roadman situation. So
So you're talking about these kind of white guys would be like corporate,
yeah, or own their own business. Yeah.
because the thing is, there's definitely a class hierarchy. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, and like, unfortunately, the reality is, the higher you go up in like the corporate world, etc., it's gonna be more predominantly white people. So that would make sense that they would probably be less socialized with black. Do you get what I'm saying? Their idea of black men would probably be what they see on TV, music, media, like, because they probably don't have that much black people in their circles.
Well,
Do you get
again,
what I'm saying?
most of them had black people, BK people in their circles because I was in their circle. But the thing is, it doesn't matter where you go. YT men look down on BK people. It doesn't matter how high
Yeah, but
you
what
go.
I'm saying, but listen, this is the point I'm trying to make is that, like, for instance, like, a lot of the white boys that I know that are my mates, these are white boys that went to school with black boys, like, do you know, and it was a mixed, it wasn't like predominantly white area or whatever. It was like London is a melting pot of different cultures. Do you get what I'm saying? And then as they've grown up and got older and older, their mix of people they're around has still stayed mixed. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas, like, a guy that probably went private school or a better school, he's probably more around white people. Then as he's gone into more affluent careers, he's going to be predominantly dominated around white people. Yeah, he may have a black friend here and there, but like, that black friend's probably whitewashed anyway. Let's keep it real.
I hear what you're trying to say, but these guys never went to private school. They grew up around BK people. But the thing is, what we have to admit is that they grew up in the same situation that most BK people grew up in London, who didn't go private school. But as they became adults, because they're YT, they was able to transcend. So they was able to go on to different things. They're not as educated. They're not like, that's what I used to say to, I'm going to think of one of them in particular. He's not as talented. He's not as educated, right? He's one of them YT boys who thinks he's mixed race sort of thing. Like he could pass for half Asian, half white. I'll give him that, right? But yeah, like I was shocked when he told me he's heritage. I was shocked. He's like, no, I'm proper English. I was like,
I know what kind of what you're talking about.
There's certain guys like that, man. They got that slight little tan, a little bit, like, and then they look like they got some spice there, and it ain't. They're just fully white English. But anyway, gone.
Yeah, but as I say, so they grew up as you would call on the road. Like he used to always say that stuff, and I used to get so mad, like, because I can't stand that. Because me as a West Indian, and I know people get offended when I say that, but that's what I grew up to call myself, a West Indian. Roadman was a term that was our Jamaican uncles who were not doing the right thing. So to hear little Asians, to hear little other people saying that is mad. But they've taken the term, right? So these white people...
But you could be from any background and be on the same road life, though.
That's what he was saying to me. But I was trying to explain to him, it's not that. You're gentrifying our word, because when Roadman first came out, it would have been around, I don't know, the early 90s.
Who cares about that word? Who cares? Why is that word important? Who cares, though?
I'm not. I'm just saying that for me as a West Indian to see where it's gone to, where it started and where it's gone to, like all the Wagwan and all of this was our thing. It was strictly West Indian people speaking like that in the 90s, right? We was a small community. Now the whole world, even into the parliament, they're speaking like that. So you got to understand.
Yeah, I hear that, but like, what do you expect? You're an ethnic minority in a country that's what did you expect, bro?
Yeah, but
like, you can't control what you're not in control here. Like
I know, but you got to understand. It belongs to us, and we feel some type of way because no one's walking around going bun 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 bun.
Wow, take it easy, fam.
Right, exactly. So let's not go there. But
no, but that's a racial slur. What you just did. That's different.
How is it? That's the accent. Wagwan is the accent that we used to.
Nah, that's different. That's different. That's a racial slur you just did. That's different. Like if someone's emulating how you talk, that's not necessarily an insult. It could be depending on the context they're using it and how they're saying it. But if they're saying it in a way where they're trying to copy or be like you, that's not necessarily they're not necessarily trying to insult you. But if you say something like that is, you know what that is. You know that's.
I think you're both right, though. I'll be honest. I think you're both right.
Right, exactly. See, you proved my point there, Rich. You proved my point. Let's break that down. You see, when people are saying wagwan and mandem and all of that, right? That was the way that my West Indian people used to speak, right? There was no other culture that used to speak like that. Don't get it twisted. When people come to this country as immigrants, all our grandparents came as immigrants. My grandparents, they never used to speak like that, but you know, the rough ones did, right? Yeah. So when I now see other cultures speak like that, the same way you don't want me to say what I just said, I'm not going to say it again because you found it offensive, but to me, I'm not being racist. I'm just emulated the same way they emulate Wagwan, right?
That's not the same though.
Okay, let's move on because I think
but that's not the same. They don't. That's not. They like the way. That's a reach. That is an extreme reach, in my opinion.
It's offensive when I hear people talking in West Indian.
So you think it's an offense when someone says Wagwan? When we know Wagwan is used as a greeting, yeah. So if somebody else has been maybe they've been socialized. Like for instance, I know people that are not West Indian that have grown up around West Indian people. I'm not West Indian. I'm Nigerian. My next door neighbor was Jamaican. Most of my friends growing up were West Indian. So if I say Wagwan, that shouldn't be taken as an offense, though.
Yeah, but
I don't think
there's people that are non-black that have.
Okay, I'll let you try. I'll let you try because I know what I'm saying, but you won't understand.
I definitely get what you're saying. I just think.
Now hold on. There's nothing you're saying that's complex or difficult to understand. What you're saying is very simple. You're saying that it came from your culture, your people, and you find it offense that other people are saying it. It's not. There's nothing complex there.
So you're saying it's okay for people to emulate us, but when we do it, it's racist.
I never said it's okay. I said what you said was a racial slur, and I said it's not the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah, I agree. It's not the same thing
what I
either.
said was
But I
stereotypical,
see what
but
she's saying.
I meant the accent. So if I'm going to say hello, I can't do the accent because we don't speak like that. But what I'm trying to say is all other races emulate our words and our accents, but we don't do that. So when the YT boy was trying to talk about roadman and all of this, it used to annoy me because I'm thinking, what do you know? And he's like, what do you mean? Anyone could be a roadman. I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand. You only. So this is what I'm saying. But obviously, you're
So
not
what would
West.
you have preferred him to say then?
Well, at the end of the day, I feel like roadman is a word that is West Indian. So if you're not West Indian, why are you using it?
Okay, so what did you prefer him to say?
Well, I would have, the person he was talking about, I would have just called him a chav.
I hear it though. I'll be honest though, King. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, Richard. Like, she does have a point in the sense that, like, and like, don't get me wrong, I get your point as well. In the sense that, like, if you're raised in a certain area and people they live their life a certain way, they speak a certain way. Of course, you're gonna naturally pick up on those things. You're gonna speak the same way as well. It's part of the culture of growing up in that place,
Yeah.
right? I get that, but I'm not surprised when people have a take like hers. When I see certain people doing, you know, the whole wagwan and the mandem and the this and the that, and they eat their Jamaican patties and they love their jollof rice, but then they'll go into these weird anti-immigrant protest marches with Tommy Robinson and they'll start
Yeah,
talking
but
about
that's
goddamn
you're
how.
talking about a
Like,
specific type of guy.
yeah, but
Listen,
that's what I
man,
mean, though. I think that
talking
when
about
certain specific archetypes of
yeah,
people,
but you just said, and then they will go to these anti Tommy Robinson protests. That's a
yeah, but
specific guy
King,
that's going to be
wait,
doing
hold on.
that. That's. Do you think that's the majority of
No, but
guys?
that's
But
that's
like
exactly
you
my
can't
point.
talk
Is that
about.
there's
Listen,
duality.
do you think?
That's
Okay,
an,
do you think that's
that,
most? Do you think that's
no,
most?
not at all. And that's my
Okay,
point.
cool.
Is
So
that
if you don't
that's
think
where I
it's
can
hold on,
understand.
hold on. If you
Oh
don't think
man,
it's most, yeah, then why would you try and make a point on that? Like
my
you
point
talk
is to
about what happens
say.
most of the
My
time.
point is to say I can validate her sentiments, her as far as the feelings go about it being mockery, without saying that most people are mocking her. That's why I said you're right as well, in the sense that when you live in a certain place, you're raised around certain people, they all speak a certain way. Of course, you're going to speak that way as well. And that's not necessarily mockery. That's, again, proximity. That's you being raised in an environment you're raised in and you showing that. You can't help the way
All
you're
right, let me
raised.
ask you this, yeah. So since you think, well, not you, but since it seems to be an insult if they emulate how you speak, the way you're speaking now sounds pretty white. So shouldn't
Speaking
what
Who
to me
be
or
speaking
Lucky?
English?
shouldn't British people
Hold on,
because you
wait.
sound British.
Can I answer this or are
So,
you
so,
speaking to
so
Lucky?
shouldn't British people be upset
Oh,
that
not
you
me. I'm
speak the way?
Irish.
Hold on. I'm not talking. I'm talking to Catherine.
Yeah, she was
So
just asking.
shouldn't white English people be upset that you speak the way you speak right now?
Okay, can I answer, Rich? Rich.
Yep.
Right, I hear that, but the difference is my parents were born in London. I was born in London. Do you know how accents work, right? So what I'm trying to say is if accents work where you emulate what you grow up around, then we go back to my point, right? Not everybody grew up with West Indians. We also grew up with Cockneys. We also grew up with Asians. We also grew up with Africans. But the words that they take are the West Indians. I'm telling you,
I
Wagwan.
know that. I know. I'm
So
not telling me nothing new. I know this thing.
so, of course, I'm going to speak like this. I grew up in London, England, right? So, if I grew up in Jamaica, I would have a Jamaican accent. But the difference is, nobody who says Wagwan in this country, most of them, grew up in Jamaica or the West Indies. So, why is it that I'm telling you, it's just a thing that irks me. It's not, it doesn't bother me that much, but that was a
It sounds like
contention.
it does.
Yeah, because I've got the right, because I'm West Indian. You wouldn't understand because it's not your culture, Rich. The same way you
It's
got
whatever.
offended.
It's whatever. It's whatever. At the end of the day, it is whatever in it. Like, I mean, I think people get hung up on things that are really not even that serious. To
Yeah,
be honest,
that's
like
what he
I
was.
wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't really get that. Like, I understand. I understand is if you're talking about those who are taking the piss. Like I know when you hear like
That's what
this is
I
when you hear
say.
white guys when you hear some white guys and they're saying like you know that's not the natural way they speak. They don't speak like that normally. Like but now when you come around, black guy or black girl, now they start doing all of that act. And that irks me. That gives me the cringe. Like shut up, like talk normal innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
You know what,
But
Rick? I hear that, and that was his argument as well. We had a discussion about this, and he started to go red and shouting, and that's why I put the phone down because you can't understand it. For example, right? You said you're Nigerian, did you? And I don't want to get hung up on this, but it's obviously a situation because you seem to think I'm wrong here, but Of course, I've got the
I
right.
said you're wrong. When
Okay,
did I
so
say
then
you're
let's move
wrong?
on. Let's move on then.
That's what I'm saying. You're getting
Yeah,
upset,
you're
bro. I
right.
didn't say
I'm
you
not
was wrong,
upset.
fam.
I'm not upset, but if I wanted to
You
reason
did, because
to
you
come to an
completely
understanding.
thinking I'm saying something I didn't say. Like,
Basically, they're saying in the comments that I'm policing the word roadman. But let's take for example, if you're Nigerian, sorry, 1 minute, get down. If you're not, get down. If you're sorry, if you're Nigerian, right, or if you're Indian, right, you lot have your things where you go to I don't know, your mum's house, right? So how we're speaking here, a lot of people who come from immigrant cultures, when they go to mumsies or when they go home to, I don't know what you call, to your dads or your uncles, when you're around your family, you lot have your own lingo, right? You have your own lingo. So and Asians have it too. You all have your own lingo. Now I can't emulate it because it's not popular, because you've policed it and kept it, and nobody knows. So when you go out, you can
That's
have
not
your.
true.
Hold on,
that's not
wait.
true.
Hold
No
on,
one's
wait.
policed nothing.
No, wait.
Sorry, go on,
What I'm trying to say is, when you go out and you're around your people, you can communicate with your own thing. No one's copying on
The
the.
reason why, do you want to know why people copy Jamaican slang is because it's perceived as cool and it's been made to look popular. That's why.
But
That's
that's your
why.
opinion. That's why you lot have
Do you want to know
adopted
why
it.
people? Do you want to know why people don't emulate or like a lot of people don't try and copy African cultures or slangs? Is because you see the African culture is or the Nigerian cultures. A lot of times it's seen as more strict and like uptight, like, oh, read your books and go
So
do
it's
this and
West
do
Indian
that.
culture.
Whereas in a lot of aspects of West Indian culture are seen as more laid back, cool, fun. And that's why a
See,
lot that's why a lot of aspects like Wagwan and all the Roadman and all that, that's why those things get picked up by the youth, because it's the youth that pick these things up. That's the thing you got to remember. It's not picked up as adults. It's picked up when in youth. Because when you're in the youth, that's when you're listening to all the songs, you're listening to and watching all the media, and you're picking up the slang and you're picking up all these things.
I'm not disputing what you're saying. All I'm trying to say is that when he was using the word like roadman, and I said, hold on a minute, I've got a different perspective of that sort of word and of that sort of language than you would have and then he would have. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel the same way that you feel. You wouldn't feel the same way I feel. Do you know why? Because it comes from, I can understand what's behind it. You lot have just picked it up as youths, but you didn't see it. You don't understand it.
I don't even care because I don't even say that anyway. So I mean, this is all redundant to me. I just whatever. I don't even
Exactly.
I mean,
care.
to be fair, can I also say though, I do think that to a degree, I do see them pick up on like West African little slangs and mannerisms as well. Like, you know, with the whole like, and I'm not saying it's exclusive to West Africans, but like kissing your teeth or saying or nawao or like stuff like that. Like I've seen white people do those things, and sometimes it's because,
not even
and I'm not saying
nearly
it's
as
bad.
much.
Wait, hold on. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I've seen it too with West African things, West African cultures, and a lot of the time it has to do with the fact that they're again white people in the predominantly black crowd, black area, and they pick up on what their friends are saying, and like they understand what it means. Like they've been around to auntie's house, they know how to greet their mom at the house. Hello, auntie. Sometimes they will bow. They know how to take. Do you know what I mean? And it's because they're just around those people.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, let's get back to the point. We've been talking about that for way too long. Listen, and
Exactly,
any other women that are watching, please join the live open panel. This is TikTok, little podcast talk, whatever. All right, cool. So, yeah, let's get back to what you were saying. So, with the white guys, so you were saying earlier, Catherine, that the white guys you've come across that have tried to move to you, they've kind of been on a vibe of, let me save you from these roadmen,
Exactly.
black guys.
Exactly. And that's how that word came into it, because he had the same, my point was they had the same upbringing as these so-called roadmen. The whitey guy, he's not half as talented, he's not half as good looking, he's not half as, sometimes not even half as rich, right? But as we've grown up now, he was able to make a better life than himself than his school friends that he grew up with who were roadman. Now, because he grew up as a so-called roadman, he's now looking for a BK woman because he doesn't like his YT woman. That's what I found, right? But as he's grown, he's able to shake off the roadman ways, right, and become a real man. Because roadmen are not real men to me. They're still stuck in their little boy era. He's able to become a real man. And he wants to save me from my BK men, which is not a bad thing. But to me, he was I found them, he was not the only one. There was, they just have this superiority complex where they think they can save the BK race. And they was always telling me stuff like how we should do things in a certain way. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not understanding the obstacles that we face, right?
So let me ask you this from your own personal anecdotal experience, yeah? Do you think that as a black guy, if you come across a couple where it's a white guy and a black girl, usually the black guy should side-eye the white guy because he probably has some funny ideas about black men? From your experience.
Do you know what? I in a perfect world, I think when it comes to interracial relationship, that's the one time when as I say, I've grown into this now. I've seek the Lord about this recently. When we come to interracial relationships, that's the one time we should use the phrase "love is love." Right? In a perfect world, love is love. Right? If a man and a woman want to be together, no matter what their race, they should be together. Right? Mm-hmm. Love is love. But in reality, like we were saying, like Lucky was saying, I feel like most relationships most mixed relationships come out of some form of hatred, whether it's hatred to their own self or hatred to the other race. So, and also, I don't agree with side-eyeing anybody. I don't, if I see a BK...
Yeah, but I'm going off of the things you're saying, though. That question literally comes from what you said about the guys trying to save you from the black guys.
Yeah, but that's if I'm with a whitey man, which wouldn't happen right now because that's not my situation, right? If I'm with a whitey man and I'm a BK woman, no one should be side-eyeing us because it's not your business. You know what I mean?
It's not us. No, I'm talking about the guy because the guy already, from what you've said, from your experience, them guys, they have some kind of superiority complex over black guys, and they feel that black guys are I don't know, they're beneath. From what you said today.
Again, I don't think even if somebody because you're saying that the YT men have this hatred or racism to BK men, they should side-eye them, but I don't believe that.
I said that. Listen, I said don't change what I said. I don't like that. I said exactly what I said. I didn't say hatred. I didn't say nothing. I said superiority.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hatred is a different word to superiority complex. It's different.
Okay, so in that situation, no, I don't think they should side-eye. Because why would you side-eye another couple? Just get on with your own, do you know what I mean?
No, I hear that. Fair enough. I just think that if I came across a white guy who had the idea, I had the mindset that, I need to save a black girl from these dusty black guys, I don't think me and him would be friends, to be honest. Because that's a very derogatory way of thinking about a demographic, my demographic, furthermore. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then that would, what other ideas do you have about black guys exactly?
But are you trying to say that you don't feel like the majority of YT people have this superiority complex?
No, I think they do, but we're talking specifically about interracial relationships. So, like, in that dynamic, you would hope that if you was a black person dating a white person, that white person wasn't like that. You'd hope they're one of the exceptions, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what I said, in a perfect world. But in reality, it's not like that. In reality,
so you think all white people have a superiority complex over black people? All of them?
I wouldn't say all, but I would say all deep down. All deep down, they do. All deep down, they do.
Oh, so you're saying yes, they do.
Yeah. I'm gonna be bold. Obviously, we're not talking about the tiny percentage that don't, but all YT people do have that. No matter what they say, in the right circumstances, that would come out.
Okay, cool. So if that's your belief, how come you've changed your opinion about interracial dating? How come you think there's nothing wrong with it now?
No, thanks for allowing me to unpack this, Rich.
Yeah, nothing.
You know what it is, right? I'm around mixed race people. I'm not a person that has hatred. I have love for everybody, but I can be honest about my preferences. I've always felt like the ones that I have seen, the BK men who have gone with YT women, apart from one, I'll give him that one, maybe not. And the BK women that have gone with YT men, those people, and the opposite as well, the YT people, they have some kind of hatred towards their own race or themselves. So they either hate their parents, right? They hate their looks. A lot of the times, I think a lot of the BK men are jealous of white men. And I think vice versa. The YT men are jealous of BK men. Honestly, I do.
You think black men are jealous of white men? Why do you think that? And in what way?
When they go for the majority, we're talking about majority, not all, yeah, majority.
Yeah.
Right, and I tell you, it's the same. I think it's less for the women because the women usually go with the YT men for money, and they're going to say, no, we don't. No, we don't. Yes, you do. Right? He ain't looking the part, and you're there up underneath that. That's for peas. Right? They want to say it's for love. I deny that 99%. Right? But the same way, not all BK men are jealous of YT men, but the majority of them haven't had the same opportunities. Like a white tea man can do the most. In my culture, we say wassiest things in life, right? And walk around with bold shoulders. If a BK man even breathes wrong, right, he's done for, right? He's gonna need to start acting a little bit more YT. If the BK man starts to be his natural self, he's done for in this situation we're in the Western society, right? So that breeds some kind of jealousy. So most BK men, they're doing business. They're staying with their BK women because they know the situation. They know that most YT women are racist and are going to use them and abuse them, right?
So yeah, but what you I hear the things you're saying. I'm listening to you. Trust me. Yeah. But I just want to get onto that point of you said that black men. So black men, when they're dating white women, they're doing it because they're jealous of white men.
When I say jealous, they see that having a white woman will somehow free them from this oppression. Now I don't care how much money you got. You could be on UC or you could be a multi-millionaire. If you are not YT, you are oppressed, right? I don't care what you people try to tell me. This is an oppressive society, right? So what they then try to do is they feel like by getting a YT woman, they can shake off that oppression. And be like, I'm not like you, N-words, basically. And that's my experience.
Really? That's what you think?
That's am I wrong?
So you think by a black guy getting white box, that means that now he's wavered the oppression that he's getting from society?
No, that's the delusion that he's under. I know he hasn't wavered it, but he thought he could. And
you're saying that's what some black guys think?
Yeah, so she'll work his back off until he's like around about 52, and she's done with that old N-word. Get out, right? It happens all the time. So he's under that delusion, but we all know better.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, what about the black women then? What's going on with them? The ones that date white guys. What's going on with them? Or is anything going on with them, or everything perfect?
I've seen black BK women go with the most atrocious looking YT men, right?
Oh, gosh.
I'm telling you, yeah. I don't know how you could. I would run if I saw that in the dark. It was like a ghost. Yeah, it's disgusting. No, let me not go there because I'm not funny when I go off on one. I'm too blunt and it's offensive. Let me not go there.
Yeah, you're a bit offensive still, but carry on anyway.
But the thing is, yeah, truth hurts, and I always stick with the truth. That's me, yeah. Truth hurts, yeah. The guy's not nice, right? But he's got a type of money, yeah. He's got a kind of money that's going to give her a break. So that's why she's with him. There's nothing wrong with that. Do that then. But yeah, I wouldn't say that yeah. So then she's trying to break her oppression. Yeah, she's not with him for love. Do you know what I mean? But
why? So why? So these white guys that have got money, yeah, that look atrocious, yeah, they're picking black women. Because let's keep it real, yeah, like. You're saying that these guys have got money, so they're probably in a position where they could pick whoever they want, innit? So you're saying they're picking black women?
Yeah, because you've got to be honest, yeah? If you've got money, you're not very good looking, you're YT. Your YT women, they might want you, but you've seen them do mad things, right? You're not on it and you don't like your white mum. A BK woman is going to be like a queen to you. Especially, they particularly like the darker skin ones. You know them girls that look like Barbie dolls? They particularly like them ones, yeah?
So you're saying that these white men who are financially successful, they hate their mums, and so that's why they go and date dark-skinned black women. That's what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly why. That's exactly why.
Wow.
They don't, because otherwise they'll be with a YT woman. But when they've broken certain boundaries and they, you know, they're calm, they got their business, they don't need to go to, you know, they don't need a YT woman. Their fetish is BK women. They know BK women are better across the board for them. Better, gonna raise their children better.
But if we know, like, most people pick their own, yeah. Because somebody said, why wouldn't he pick a black woman? Because most people pick their own. Familiarity breeds attraction, bro. Like what? Like when you go and date somebody outside of your culture and that, you've got to literally learn their culture. They have to learn yours, and then you have to find a happy medium. That's more work than if you couple somebody that already understands where you're coming from. There's a lot of things that you're gonna understand without needing to explain. Do you get what I'm saying? Which just makes more harmony. Not to say that I'm against interracial. I've done interracial before. Like, I don't really care what people do. Like, no one should care what I do, because at the end of the day, it's my life, and your life is your life, yeah? But the truth is the truth, that, you know, if you stick with your own, there's going to be a certain level of, you just understand each other easier. It's just more synergy. Do you get what I'm saying? But what Catherine is saying, which is, this is wow to me. Like, you're saying that these white men who are affluent, they are gonna, they don't like their white mums, and then they, all right, what about all the Asian women? Because from what I've seen and what I've heard, like, even white guys that I know that I've spoke to, a lot of them, they like Asian women, like East Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Thailand, Malaysian. They like those type of women. So what's going on with that?
Right, we're specifically speaking about the YT men who go for interracial, right? We're not talking about because genuinely YT.
Yeah, that's not interracial though.
No, I'm just saying, but I want to make it clear that generally, I think YT men stick with their own, like you were saying. Yeah. I don't think YT men want other races more than their own. The same with most races. Most races, like you said, stick with their own. But the percentage of the YT men who go for out of their race, I can't speak for the ones who go for Asians and stuff like that. I don't know. Again, it's a fetish, I believe. But I just believe it. I believe it's a fetish. I don't think it's for genuine reasons or real love. Real love is not a fetish. Real love is not about how much money you've got. You know, we live in a Western society. You should have a man that can take care of you. But we don't come from places where you have to date for money. Do you know what I mean?
So do you feel like there's a problem with those black women that date those white guys for money? Do you think there's a problem with them women as well?
I don't think there's a problem. In fact, I secretly rate them. If I could stomach it, I would have done it.
You just said love is not about money, and now you've said something completely contrary.
Yeah, but Rich, just because love is not about money, who needs love? Do you know what I'm saying? You get to a point like, I'm lucky.
No, you're saying you just said two contrary things. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but let me give you an example. The reason why I say I rate it, I work in finance, right? Do you remember when crypto first came out? Right, I was at exhibition, and I walked into the room, and a few of them, all YT men from Eastern Europe, most of them, but one of them in particular, this guy was super wealthy. When I tell you, he was one of them, I don't know if he still is now, but he had made so much money in the crypto game, right? He was just, right? This guy, I walk up to him, the guy was so nervous. His hand was so limp, right? I could have done what I wanted to that guy. I could have done anything. The guy would have given me anything. But because I got a weak stomach, right, I couldn't take it further. Right? So what I'm trying to say is, if I didn't have such a weak stomach and I could do certain things just for money, right, I probably would have been a billionaire by now. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not a billionaire right now. That's the difference.
So you're saying, okay, so them women are basically selling box. They're basically selling box, really. Well, when you really break it down to make it very clear and easy, they're selling box.
But practically, yeah, but then that's not fair on them, because most women go for men who are stable, who can stabilize them.
Yeah, and then good-looking guys are still getting boxed for free as well, though.
Good-looking guys are getting.
Yeah, let's be real. Not everyone pays.
That's true.
Nah, do you get what I'm saying? All right, cool. Just drop my.
Someone said, "Well, you know, there's a lot of butt pocket weak men who hit dogs hollow in the comments. I see.
Do you think that? White girls? Do you think that all white girls that date black guys, they're all fetishizing them?
Not all, no. I believe a small percentage of them genuinely have a beautiful, loving relationship, but the percentage is so small. That's the problem.
Do you think that? Do you think that a lot of from what you see out in the world, yeah? Do you think black guys that have got white girlfriends or non-black girlfriends? Do you think a lot of times those women will tend to be good looking or average at best?
Do you know what? I've seen some stunning white women, right? Stunning. I've never seen them on the arm of a BK man, though.
Yikes! Yikes! Hey, listen, any other women watching, please join the live. I really want this conversation to get bigger and broader. Yeah. For real, are you sure about that? You've never seen?
No,
Never.
I can't think of one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. What did these women usually look like? The ones you see with black men? What do
You know what, Richez? You're a rage bait. You're a rage bait. You know I'm gonna take the bait.
I'm trying to have a conversation, fam.
You know I'm gonna take this bait all the time. What do they look like? Well, their own BK men have called them a potato.
Yikes.
And you know, they start off good. They get a good 6 month run. Don't get me wrong. They get a good, but after a while, something's gone drastically wrong. And the while ain't long. After a short while, you know.
Damn it.
Someone said
But hold on. Let's be real. I ain't even gonna listen, bro. I keep it real. King Richez, yeah. A lot of things these days are not all that anyway, bro. Regardless of color, let's take color out of it. Most things are not good food anyway. Let's keep it real. A lot of things, most things, they don't go gym. Most things, all they want to do, they want to eat. I'm a foodie. That's all they want to do. Eat and travel. That's all they want to do. Eat and travel, bruv.
I agree.
Like when it comes to do exercise or eat clean, I'm not into that, bro. Waste man, bruv.
Yeah, but there's
You know what I'm saying? I would never, but I do hear what you're saying. And me personally, yeah, like my thing has always been this: I would never scrape the bottom of the barrel of another community. Never. Like that's not me, bro. Like in fact, like I'm sure most black guys can attest to this. Yeah, you've been given the eyes, or even straight up approached by things from other community that dead food. Do you get what I'm saying? Either it's a mad big thing, funny shaped thing, funny face thing, like, and it's because they've had success with other black guys out there, so that they feel like, oh yeah, I can talk to you, like that. And that's true. If you're a guy watching this and this happened to you, press 1 in the chat, bro. That happens all the time, fam. And I'm just, bro, I completely ignore it. Those advances, I don't even. I got my sunglasses on. I can't see nothing, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So there is validity to what you're saying, innit? But at the same time, I know black guys that are smashing it. Like when you see them with a non-black thing, and it's not even a thing of they only do interracial. But what I'm saying is, when I have seen them with non-black things, like they're buff, they're a nice body, nice face, or maybe the face is just alright, but the body's banging. Like, bro.
Like,
I don't know. I've seen that a lot, and me personally, I've done that.
You have to come clean now, and you've got to. It's written all over your grills, as they say.
Put your money where your mouth is, innit?
All right, let me stick it on you now, Rich. Pause. Who's got the longer shelf life? Right, whitey women, mixed race women, brown skin women, or dark skin women?
From what I've seen, like, black women age the best.
There you go.
That's just facts. I was even saying that to one of my little boys in the gym last night, and he's one of them little black boys that, I only like white girls. And I told him some real thing. I was like, bruv, like, you can say that right now, yeah, but trust me, when you get older, your eyes, bruv, you're gonna see something different out there, bruv.
That's the thing. So obviously, I'm a girl. I'm a woman. I grew up with YC women, and for me, my YC friend started aging when we was 13. From the age from 13,
What?
from the age of 13 to 16, they look older than my age now. And I ain't 16. I'm telling you, because they start to wear makeup very young. They get into the rugs very young, and they drink a lot of alcohol very young. It doesn't help because they don't have the genes.
Yeah, partying.
So yeah, I understand you want to say they're buff and that, but like I say, I've seen it happen overnight. You see that girl in the
I'm
summer.
just saying, I've seen examples of black guys with white girls, non-black girls that are peng. They're decent. They're very good looking. Like,
But
that happens.
they're penned for 6.5 months max. Am I lying? If I'm lying.
She said they're only peng for 6 months. That is wild, bruv.
And that's why, that's where the contention comes from.
I do agree with you though. I think that they do tend to peak very early, like 18, 19, 20, like peak straight away, like, and then like, yeah, I don't know, they might sustain it for another, maybe till like 25, then after 25 where
25 is a stretch. It's a stretch.
yeah, even 25 is a stretch because by then there's been a lot of partying, smoking, drinking, nights out, one night stands, and just,
And to be honest,
no.
the YT women, I'm just being bold, the YT women that do go with BK men, they're usually been with a lot of different men, a lot of different BK men, and that ages you.
Oh, do you know what? That is one of the realest things. And I used to say that back in the day. I used to say, and this is so true, yeah? And obviously it's not all. Everything we've said today is not all, yeah? But from my experience and what I've seen out there in this world, and I've been different places, I've lived different places in this world, yeah? The non-black things that I see that really, I love black guys, I love black guys, yeah? A lot of times they've been with a lot of black guys. And then even with that being said, they've just been with a lot of guys in general.
Exactly.
Like, and that, I don't know, that's something to keep your eye on. Because that's just not, is that really optimal? Like, is that, and think about it as a black guy, is that, what does that say about how society views you or what you should settle with in society? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's a mad one, but I clocked that from a long time as well. But go on.
Yeah, the guys, they don't care. They're just trying to get like Jamie, innit? They're trying to be like Jamie.
Do you think that mad? So there's some mad questions that I can't ask because it's too peak. But so why do you think a lot of black guys these days are doing interracial dating? Why do you think that is?
Like I say, the society is oppressive. It's easier. I mean, YT people will beg to differ because they're getting it right now. They're getting their karma.
White men will tell you it's not easy.
Right. I'm not gonna lie, but this
The
is
majority of white men are not rich CEOs, corporate.
But this
They're
is
struggling just like everyone else.
You must admit the struggle's pretty recent because they've only just started struggling. Even when they were struggling, they wasn't oppressed. They was oppressed because of their
economy. Obviously, the economy has got worse, and like, let's be real. If you're living in another man's country, they're gonna have advantage over you because it's their country, innit? So like, that's something that you need to just understand and accept. Like, bruv, like, we're immigrants or we're first generations or second generation, yeah. This is not our country, really. Even if we were born here, I was born here, you was born here, but still, we can't expect to have the same even playing field, like not 100% even anyway, as the white British man whose his family actually are this.
Example. Let's take this back 20 years now. We're not talking about now. We're talking about when we was kids, right? Back then, if you've got a low class, not very intelligent, not very good looking YT man, he's not really going to make it up the ranks, right?
Yeah.
But he could still have a decent sort of lifestyle. Now, a BK man, even if he's the most intelligent, do you know what I mean? He's still going to face different ceilings. he's still going to have to do something to compromise himself, i.e. be with a woman who's not his race, right? Because
I don't agree with that. I don't think he has to be with a white woman to be successful. I don't think
tell
that.
me one.
I do think that there is validity to what you're saying, but I don't think he has to be with a white woman to be successful. I don't believe that.
No, it's not that. But when he gets successful, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna go and find a YT woman because it's easier. That's why they go. It's easier in this oppressive Western society. It's easier to have a YT woman because it's hard enough being BK. And then you've got a BK wife. It's easier. You can bring your YT women to do your Charlie and all of that they do in them levels. Which
wow.
I'm not lying.
Oh my god.
The reason they go with YT women is because it's easier. It's not out of love. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, why is the women not jumping on the live, man? You lot are scared, man. I rate Catherine. Catherine is speaking up her mind. Like, you women watching, I know there's a lot of women watching and you lot are scared, bro. Like, join the live and speak your mind, man.
Everyone's happy with their BK men. Like, this ain't really a topic.
Alright, cool. Let's move it on a little bit. Cool. Like, you were saying that a lot of these white guys and they're trying to get with you and stuff like that. Do you really think a lot of white guys are really, honestly, genuinely trying to get a black thing?
Let me just clear that up. I don't feel like a lot of YT men are trying to get with me. Like I say, that's not true. I don't have a lot of men trying to get with me. I'm not in the streets like that. However,
I'll say this. I want to prefix with this, yeah. I always say the majority of non-black women, especially white women, are not trying to get with black guys. I don't care what the TV shows you. I don't care what you see with Kylie Jenner or the Kardashians. I don't care what you see in all these things. Because guess what? A way you know that this is true. Whenever you watch Love Island, yeah, what always happens to the black guys?
They go with YT men. I mean, YT women.
They always go white women. They always or the mixed race guy, because a lot of times, yeah, and this is just my theory. People may not agree, but a lot of times when I hear white girls or let's say non-black women say that they like black guys, a lot of times they mean mixed race. They want a mixed race guy. They like a mixed race guy, really. But like as a real black guy, you better be a really handsome one, bruv. Jawline. You know jawline.
A lot of YT. If I go out somewhere, right, a YT man will hit on me. They do. They always do. But it's not like that. But it's just like, if I wanted to take it further, I could. You know what I mean? Like, they're interested.
Hold on. This guy said, "Speak for yourself, my bro." I get white girls, bro. Like, first of all, like, don't make it to me because you're watching me, I'm not watching you, and I do well out there, bro. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows what I do. People see me outside all the time, bro. Like, first of all. Second of all, I never said that you can't get girls, bro. That's not what I'm saying. But if you think that the majority of white women want you, you're tapped, bro. You're black guy, bro. Like, there's a lot of connotation. It's not just about looks. This is what people don't understand. It's not just about how you look. Oh, I'm so good looking, all the girls want me. Bro, there's a lot of other connotations that come along with being a black guy, bro. There's a lot of subconscious ideas people have when it comes being a black person in this world. Because like what Catherine was saying, yeah, unfortunately, black people globally are not seen as the most affluent. We're not seen as the most desirable option on paper. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, if you really think that, like, bruh, I mean, cool, innit? Like, I've as I said, I've had non-black women that are very, very attractive. And I'm still the one saying this stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But anyway, carry on, Catherine.
Let me ask this. Now, this is controversial. Tell me if I'm being ignorant, right? Because I know I've improved, I've changed. And I now say I'm not anti-mixed, I'm not anti-interracial relationships. I now say
you do sound like you are anti-interracial.
No. I say love is love. I say love is love, right? I'm gonna say that. But hear this now. You see, if I see a BK man, like if I was to see you, right? Let's say you've got 100% aura points, right?
I like the sound of this.
You've got 100% aura. Most BK men, brown skin man, have, right? Because I'm brown skin, I'm black. I find that my race are attractive. I'm attracted to my race, right? You've got.
Do you find the majority of black guys attractive? Do you think the majority are attractive?
It's difficult to find an unattractive BK man, but I may not be attracted to them personally because I don't really just go off looks. Right, I go off what really attracts me to a man. It's not really looks, but if you are BK, brown skin, or even dark skin, it is very difficult to find an unattractive BK man because physically, you man are the better option. Physically, right? Other races can try and emulate you, but you see, BK man, they are physically the most attractive. So on physicality, yes, they are the most attractive, in my opinion. So let's say a BK man's got 100% aura points. Obviously, some man, they could do with a shave and that, but you know if that man scrubs up, do you know what I'm saying? He's looking nice, right? So let's say you're with you're a BK man, you got all your aura. Now the thing is, if I see you with a woman that's not BK, your aura goes down to 2 to me.
Why though?
Automatically, like all your aura's gone. I don't know, like ew. And is that a me problem?
It is a you problem because it's your opinion.
But is it a lie?
No, it's your interpretation. How can you ask me if my aura points go down in your opinion? You can't ask me if it's a lie because that's your opinion. No, that's what you believe.
I'm just saying, like, if you turn off the light, it's going to get darker in here. Like, that's facts. Is it facts that people's aura drops when they go outside their race? Because to me, I've no, like, to me...
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
It's like if you're a beautiful brown skin, dark skin man and you're with a whitey woman, now it's right. I look at it like,
no, if she's a baddie, if she's gorgeous and he's good looking and his aura's on 10, I think they done well together. Both of them smashed it.
Look, like somebody mentioned in the comments, Bulgaria. One time I was in Bulgaria a few years ago, right? I literally went there for a little while, a couple of days. And
you're talking about Bulgaria now.
No, yeah, I wouldn't go back, but I was there. I went there for a conference. Anyway, I was there and we was having a good time. They got standard potato-shaped women, right? Like there's potato-shaped women in every race, right? But I was outside swinging. We was outside the hotel laughing, qua, laughing, yeah? They got strong vodka out there. I was laughing. Out this taxi steps these 3 most beautiful whitey women I have ever seen. And I think they were natural. And I'm the type of woman, if a woman looks good, I'm going to stop and look. And I'm not even LGBT, right? These women were so stunning, right? But I think they were Russian. They could have been prozzies, actually. They stepped out the thing. They had a fur coat on. They were with some hench Russian men. These women, I've never seen women like it. They look like literally Barbies, yeah? So don't get me wrong. There are nice whitey women out there, but still, she belongs with the whitey man.
So you are against interracial dating then?
To me, it's not that I'm against it. I just don't think it looks
real. You're saying, oh, I'm not against it. Then you're saying, but they belong to their men. So you're saying you're against it.
Now, if I would have seen her with a BK man, to me, her aura would have dropped because it just shows that she doesn't like. Because if you go with a BK man, you're now going to make a brown baby. You're not going to carry on those beautiful white genes that God made you with. Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you, these girls were stunning. I'm telling you, they were stunning. I don't know what they look up in.
When you see, let me ask you this hypothetical, yeah? When you see a black guy and he's with a woman from his own community that is not all that, then what do you think?
When I see a black guy who's what, sorry?
Yeah, when you see a black guy with a black chick and she's average at best, does his aura go down or does it stay the same?
I'm like, oh my gosh, love, I love.
No, but does his aura go down though? That's what I'm asking.
No, it doesn't.
So his aura doesn't go down if he's with an average at best black girl, but if he's with a white thing that is hot, his aura still goes down.
Yeah, because it's showing me that he doesn't love his own self. He doesn't love himself.
He doesn't love himself. How does that mean that?
Because I'm just saying, I look at relationships as a thing where you procreate. I understand. I don't really you know me. I don't really understand the casual thing, right? I'm not really into casual relationships. So maybe on a casual point, then okay, you lot are just hitting and run. But for me, I feel like that's going to be your wife. You're going to procreate. So if you love yourself, why would you want to make a child that doesn't have your features? That's the hang up I have, and then that's why I equate that.
What do you mean skin color?
Not just skin color, but features.
Like what features exactly?
Hair texture, and obviously it's not going to be exact, but hair texture. Us BK people, we come in all kind of colors. You could be dark skin and have very light skinned kid, but you know you've got the same features. From when your child becomes mixed race, you don't have the same features. I'm sorry, you have a mixed kid now. Yeah, it is my opinion. It might be shallow, but that I just feel like the aura drops again.
Okay, cool. So if let me ask you another question. So if you see a black guy with a mixed race girl, then what happens? Yeah, let's see what you got to say now.
Again, I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand why BK men are attracted to not BK women. I don't understand.
So does his aura go down if he's with a mixed race girl?
And he's BK.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends how dark he is. If he's dark skinned, definitely.
So if he's a dark skinned black guy and he's with a mixed race girl, his aura goes down.
In my opinion, it does. And not only that, yeah. You see dark skinned men who don't go with dark skinned women. They don't act right. They are different. Their aura gets a nip in the bud. I'm telling you, it gets nipped. It drains.
So dark skinned men should only be with dark skinned women or just black women in general?
I would say, yeah. Even like for me, I'm not particularly dark skinned. I never have been. I'm not mixed race though. Even for me, I don't understand why a dark skinned man would be attracted to me. I don't. I honestly, because I just don't. I always think that you should go with your similar complexion, no matter what color you are.
Do you know what the real thing, well, from my point of view, is that I understand, like, you know, when you reproduce, you want a child that looks like you. But from when you're reproducing, you and your partner are producing a child together, your child is not guaranteed to look exactly like you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because you're mixing two pools of DNA. So now, like, they might take on the mum's traits and they look like the mum. Then what? Then what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Obviously, we don't know what God's going to do because BK people can have white skinned kids. But what I'm trying to say is, why are you not attracted to your own complexion? That's the thing I don't understand.
Yeah, but this is the thing a lot of black women don't understand. A black guy can still be attracted to black women and date a white woman, bro. He could still be attracted. He could be dating a black woman and attracted to white women.
Now, my female brain don't get it, because if he was attracted to BK women, why don't you have a BK woman then?
Because a man, you don't understand men, bruv. You don't understand how men operate. In an ideal world, a man would have women from all backgrounds, all colours, all shapes, all sizes, even big things as well, bro. Yes. Sometimes you want some variety, you want flavours, blood. Like, that's the reality. That's what you don't understand men. That's why you was talking about white guys that have this weird mindset about black people or black men and blah blah blah. They still want to sleep with black women, bruv. In fact, there's actual hardcore racist white people out there that are with black people, in bed with them, even producing children. Do you want to know why? Because people want to smash, and sometimes you might want to smash some black box, white box, Indian box, Japanese box, South American box, blood. Like, bro, like, I swear down, like, you see my Instagram explore page, there's different things you see, and they're like, raw, like, that one's alright, she's dark skin, that one's brown skin, that one's white, that one's mixed race, that one's Asian, that one's Indian, bro. Like attraction in a man's eyes, yeah, is not just, oh, I only like this. Like, any guy, like, let me tell you one thing, yeah. You see, when you hear all these black guys, yeah, that come online because they're trying to get women to like them and sleep with them, so they'll be like, oh, I only like black women, my black queen, bruv. They're undercover they're attracted to women of different races as well. Like, it's a lie, bruv. Any guy that comes and says he only likes one thing, he's a liar. Even them black guys that say I only like white girls, they'll come across a black girl that they find attractive. I knew two people like that. I grew up with two boys like that. These two black boys, all the way through youth, white girl, white girl, white girl, white girl, white girl. Guess what? Both of them are married to black girls today. Happy family, no problems. Man's happy. Man's taking pictures, Instagram, smiling, bruv. So, like, I don't know why you think the way you think. You said you're woman brain, but your woman brain's a bit fried, fam.
No, women brains is normal, and men should adapt, because you see me once
I need to adapt to what you think.
Yeah, you do, because it's gonna help you. It's gonna save. It's gonna save your peace. It's gonna save your peace.
If I adapt to what you think, I'm gonna limit myself.
Hear this, right? Once I'm in love with my man, I don't care how much money a next man's got or hasn't got. I don't care how attractive he is. I'm with one, and I'm not attracted to no other man.
What? Say that again.
If I'm in love here with my man, I'm not attracted to any other man. Doesn't mean other men are not attractive, but I'm not looking at them like.
Yeah, but we're not talking about you when you're in a monogamous relationship. We're just talking about in general attraction to different people, different ethnicities of people. That's what I'm saying. Because you're saying if a guy's dark skinned and he's with anything but a black or dark skinned black woman, his aura goes down. Or why would he want to do that? Like, or why is he not attracted to his own? And I'm saying that a man can be attracted to his own and still do IR. And then maybe that IR relationship ends and then he might go back to his own because he's attracted to all different types. That's what I'm saying.
So basically, what you're saying is, because I'm not a teenager. Are you in your teens?
Oh, absolutely not. So,
right. So when you come out of teenager, you should be settling down, no, with your wife, like. But what you're saying is, man out there are just free and on heat. So obviously, if they're free and on heat, they're gonna.
What are you talking about?
That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm talking about. What are you on about? You're saying some next different thing.
You said box after box after box. You said it.
No, I said in an ideal world. This is what I said. You got to really pay attention. Yeah. I said in an ideal world, most men would have a harem of different women, bruv. If they could facilitate it, if they could afford it, they would have a different women that probably all look different. And then have kids with all of them. If you could, bro, that's why most men in history that were kings, that were rich, that were emperors, conquerors, they had babies with all different women from all different lands. Because that's what most men want to do. It's just that the only thing is most men can't afford it and you're not in a position to do it. You're not good looking enough or you're too broke. And that's the truth. That's why a lot of these guys that do have looks or they do have money and clout, they have multiple baby mamas. Remember, there's a guy called Nick Cannon. He's got 9 baby mamas? Then what's Future? He's got a bag of baby mamas.
Okay, let me ask.
Like, well, this isn't rocket science, bro. Like,
in my opinion,
and that's not even just black guys. White guys do it too. It's just they keep it. They don't want that stereotype on themselves, so they keep that on the low. But they do it as well. They have a bag of baby mamas, bag of kids. That's what they do.
So in my opinion, ideally, monogamy is the ideal world. But are you telling me that ideally, the polynastiness? Is that your thing? Polynastiness, that's what I'm
not saying it's my thing, but what I'm saying is that men are attracted to all different types of women. And when men say that I'm only attracted to black or only attracted to white, they're not telling you the full story. That's inaccurate, bro. Because they're not telling you about the times they've come across women from other races that they thought, rah, she's hot. That's what I'm saying to you.
No, I'm acting naive here, but I know the truth. But you're saying that men would like to be able to sleep with if it was allowed, men would like to be able to sleep with, obviously, who they want. I'm not talking about kids or men. I'm talking about women who they want. Men would love to have a harem. Is that what you're saying? A harem.
I think, honestly, if I was to be honest with you, I think yes. I think most men, if they could have it their way, they would have all different types of women.
Why would you want to sleep with different people?
Yes.
Why would you want to sleep with different people? That's disgusting.
What do you mean, why? Because that's just how men are, bro. Like, I'm
Ew.
sorry, it's true. Listen, the truth of the matter is the truth, fam.
All right, let me
Men
ask. Let
find
me
women attractive, like, and guess what? Yeah, like that's just the way it is. Sorry, you're not special, fam.
let me. Well, I am. I am. I am. I am.
You're
A
not
lot of us
special,
are.
fam.
Let me break it like this, right? You've got.
Not forever though. Someone said it in the chat. Not forever. Yeah, not forever. I agree with that. Not forever. But
All right. So listen, yeah,
in
you've
the
got
prime
two.
years, yes.
All right, listen to this. Right, you've got Peter and Susan. Yeah, Peter and Susan, a man and wife. They do the box stuff. What you just said. She gave him her box, right? Right now, Peter's gone away. He's now gone to Caroline and had Caroline's box. But Susan's also gone to James and had James's box. This is nastiness. It's
Nah,
a
that's
whole.
nasty. Nah, listen, it's mad. Do you know why? Yeah. Do you know why? Because really and truly, really, to be honest with you, women can actually get away with doing that kind of easy. Majority of men can't do that. As I said, majority of women can do it, but majority of men can't.
First of all, women don't want to do that.
No, I never said women want to. I said they can. That's why you have women with multiple baby daddies. Easy. That's an easy
No,
thing.
no.
And
The
they're not
reason
even
why-
and they're not even bad bees. Like they're not even that hot. They're,
the
some of them are
reason-
just average at best, and then they'll have multiple babies, multiple men, bro. Like, why do you think that is?
The reason some women have multiple baby mothers because they start off with a man, the man cheats, and they break up. She gets a new
Blood,
man.
guys, listen. Stop all this. Oh, man is the man cheated. The man cheated. Women cheat as well. There's women out there that have had kids with and they put it on a man and it's not his kids. And then
Where is that?
like 18 years later he finds out that's not even his kid. That happens all the time. What do you mean?
And the only reason she was cheating was because he was out.
Oh, the only reason. So you're gonna speak for every woman that cheats. The only reason they cheat is because that's silly,
If
blood.
your woman's got
That's
time to cheat, that means that you was out cheating.
No, it doesn't mean that.
It does.
No, it
Innocent,
doesn't.
innocent.
No, you just using that typical idea that men are bad, women are good.
No,
Nah,
I
and
don't
it's
believe
not
that.
true. It's bull. That's BS. It's not
But
true.
when it comes to relationships and sleeping around,
Not true.
if a woman's happy in a
Women
relationship,
cheat just as much as men do.
the difference is a woman could be happy in a relationship, she's not going to cheat, but a man could be happy in a relationship and he will still cheat. That's the difference.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know.
So again, you guys are saying that you want to swing your. If we've got a box, what have you got then? You want to swing your hose pipe
Willie,
around.
innit? Willie.
Let's call it a hose pipe. You want to swing your hose pipe around until you're used up, dried up, sucked out, done out, and then you want to settle down.
You're trying to say, man, bruh. Please, let's be real, yeah. If anyone's gonna get rinsed, it's gonna be you. Because think about it, yeah. I'm the one sticking the meat in, yeah. It's you lot that are getting mashed. So it's not, bruv, at the end of the day, my thing, like, it's cool, innit?
Yeah, but if you're sticking the type of girls that you're sticking your ting in, they're draining your life force.
Yeah, and you're collecting bodies.
Oh, because
You're collecting souls like Shang Tsung, Mortal Kombat, collecting souls.
if a woman's out there sleeping around, she's getting drained. But most women don't sleep around.
No, she's not. No, a woman's not getting drained. She's collecting. She's collecting the soul ties, the spirits of every guy that she slept with that busted up in that. She's collected all of them. That's why a lot of these women that have got high mileage, they're mentally mad. Because they collected they got so much energies inside them from all these guys that are busted up in there. And now they don't even have their own mind because their mind is a fragment of all these different guys.
Yeah, I'm anti sleeping around. I don't do casual. I'm not into casual. I don't understand that casual thing, that casual sex culture. But you said that most men want to do that until they're done, and then they want to settle down. That's what you said.
Yeah,
And I'm
most men, even in human history, have never done that. Like most men in life in human history have not been able to do that. There's only a small top percentage of men with enough money, power, who have been able to do that. I'm just saying, but even with what I've said, yeah, a lot of guys, if they got with the first person they really loved, they probably wouldn't even cheat. To be honest, they might desire other women, but they wouldn't want to lose the woman that they love.
Well, the first man that loved me, he tried to cheat. I
Tried
can't
to
read it.
cheat or he did
Yeah.
cheat?
And I don't think he was cheating he was cheating in competition with his friends and brothers. But when we was hugged
How
up, he
old was
wasn't trying
he?
to cheat. Them days we was what, 17?
17. Come on, bro.
That's when you first fall in love, isn't
17.
it? That's when you
He's
first
a
fall in
kid,
love.
bruv.
No, that's when you first fall in love. You know, you
That is not love. That's infatuation. He's a kid. He doesn't know what he doesn't know what he likes and what he doesn't like yet. He's 17. What are you
so when
talking about?
when do you fall in love? What kind of age do men fall in love then?
I think when you get out of secondary school, high school, you don't know anything when you're high school. You're on a hype.
So what age then? What age?
I'd say realistically, a man will know what he likes. Yeah, someone's saying chat around 25. I reckon a guy will know what he likes, what he's looking for, you know, what kind of girls, what he definitely doesn't want. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he's probably come across it enough times if he's been active anyway.
But the majority of these men who are in the comments like, yeah, I want a haram. I want this box, that box. They are way past 25, and that's the issue.
That's not true. What do you mean? Younger, it's gonna be younger boys, if anything, are gonna want to smash all different types of women the most.
Yeah, that's
What
what
do you
young
mean,
boys.
like?
That's what I'm saying. Even though when you can be in love with a girl when you're young, but you've got to keep up with your friends, innit? That's what I noticed that he did. He was in competition with his friends, and that's what he tried to do. He tried to like have me at home, but obviously because I'm very protective over my body, I wasn't going for that at all. And then I wasn't going for it. But I'm saying men, they carry on. Once men are loose, they don't. Even when they settle down, they'll still be loose. And I've told you before where that looseness goes to, where it ends up in. I've told you before.
I don't know about all that. All I know is you're against interracial dating. That's all I know.
Am I? I told you. I say
You
love is
are.
love. Love is love, man. If you want to swell, just know you've lost all your aura.
Wow, that's crazy.
So do you
So if
think-
a man, what if a man has tried to date black women, a black guy's tried to date black women, and they've all rejected him, saying he's too square, he ain't got the looks, he ain't got the height, he's not cool enough, he's not funny, and then he meets a Becky, and she just accepts him for who he is, and she actually treats him nice, then does he still lose his aura?
Well, he never had aura to begin with, did he?
Wow. You can't win, bro.
No, but it's true. A BK man with aura ain't gonna have time for Becky, because what you get with BK love, you can't make that with Becky, right? You can get your ego tooted. You can blow up your ego. She can do some pornographic things for 6 months. Remember, this is a short timeline, but you can't recreate what goes on between a BK couple. No way. You can.
Okay, let me ask you this, yeah, because there's two things I don't want to forget. So if a black guy goes with maybe like a South Asian, like Indian woman, is it the same as if he's dating a white woman, in your opinion?
Yeah,
It's the same, yeah?
Yeah, it's worse. I'm going to use the word worse.
Wow, it's worse? Wow.
Just in my experience of what I've seen.
So a black guy, in your opinion, he must be with 100% black woman.
No, what I'm trying to say is, I believe that people look better, do better, act better when they go with their matching complexions, give or take a few shades.
Wow, that's crazy.
What I believe. If you go for somebody who's not your complexion or shade or features, to me, you've got a deep-seated issue, right?
That's crazy.
That's just,
crazy.
and that's where
So you were saying that the black guy doesn't have aura in the first place, and that's his problem, bro. But don't you think there's a problem with, like, in our community, the type of guys which are viewed as attractive initially? Like, don't you find that, like, there's a certain archetype of a black guy that he has to be tall, he has to be mad athletic, he has to be a certain way, like maybe come from road life, like, do you get what I'm saying? He's a bit rough around the edges, might have gone jail, come out, now he's changed his life and all this crap, yeah? Like, a lot of black guys are not even like that, bro. A lot of black guys are just normal, yeah? But a lot of black women are still looking for that certain image. Now, if a guy doesn't fall into that image, then he's going to face a lot of rejection. That's the truth. And you're saying, well, he should still be with a black woman, and if he can't get a black woman, that's because he doesn't have no aura, and that's his problem. I think that's kind of unfair, to be honest.
let me
Because a
give
lot
this.
of women, they're like, take me as I am. So no matter if she's overweight, if she's rude, she got bad attitude, like all of these kind of things, like you should take her as she is.
Let me tell you, women are very simple creatures. Let me tell you,
No, you're not. No, you're not.
let me tell you what's simple, because
How many women
men
have you dated?
not one, never. But I've grown up, and I know many women. I know more women than you throughout our life, right? Let
Is
me tell
it?
you. Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I do. Like, you probably know more man than me because you're a man. Listen, right?
This person in the chat, hold on. This one in the chat is just saying stupid things and I'm blocking you. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk. You're out of here. You just get on my nerves. Anyway, go on.
What was I saying? Listen, women are simple, right? Because women, we go for looks. Don't get me wrong, but looks are not what women go for. And if I'm wrong, tell me, women. What women like? Women like, I've told you, they like first of all a man that can make them laugh, right? Not goofy, but you just like that is what women find attractive. Men that have charisma and are funny.
Oh,
Not
like me then, obviously.
yeah,
Yes.
so not a clown, but some men are just like if you're a type of man and women are always vexed around you, yeah, it don't matter how much money you've got, women don't like you.
The women that always vex around you.
Yeah, some men are like,
That's
no,
funny to me.
they're always moaning. Some men are always moaning. Like, why are you
I
whinging?
don't care how funny the guy is. If he's 5 foot, he's got problems attracting women, bro. If
No,
he's
I'm
five
telling
two,
you.
5'5", he's gonna have problems.
No, he won't. He will at first. She's gonna say ill. She's actually gonna say ill at first. But if he comes with the right bars, she will marry that thing.
That's a lie. That's not true.
Listen, yeah, you see
That's
a
a
man, yeah,
lie.
a
That's a
woman can
lie,
get
bruv.
a woman can get a man to sleep with her, but you can't get a man to stay with you if you don't want to. But if a woman don't want you, men, all you have to do is have charisma and be funny, right? That's it. We're not asking for none of that roadman stuff. We're not asking for a crime and ex
Bro,
history.
you understand, like, when do you not understand how it works when most times men approach women? I've even done videos on my YouTube channel with me outside approaching women, like videoed it. Yeah. Like I've done that loads of times on my and by the way, everyone watching, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. This video is going over there, yeah? King Richez. Yeah, it's my YouTube channel. So like, boom, like if a woman's not attracted to you physically, this conversation is pretty much gonna go nowhere, bro. Like it doesn't matter how funny you are. It doesn't matter how funny you are, charismatic. She don't want to know, bro. Like a lot of times, or she might ignore you, not speak, not even look at you. She was just looking at her phone while you're speaking, yeah. Or she might speak to you, but you know the ones where it's like the woman speaking to you, but it's like she's just trying to let you know she don't care, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? She's talking to you because she don't want to be horrible, because she may not want to get a bad reaction from you. She might be scared, yeah, but she don't like you, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how charismatic. It don't matter.
When I was dating, right? When I was dating before I got married, I was dating a guy. The guy he ticked every single box, right? Not everyone, but most of the boxes. He was just too serious. Like, for example, if I would say something, you can see the type of personality I've got, right? But I'm very laid back, right? If I would say something, he would get very serious. And as a woman, I'm like, chill, laugh a bit. He had to get his point. You know them type of men, they have to get their point across. Like,
okay, cool, but what's your point though? He was too serious, so what?
I'm trying to say that he ticked every box, but because he didn't have the charisma to be funny, he was too stiff and uptight.
Yeah, but he had the looks, and that's why you was entertaining him. You just proven my point.
No, I was entertaining him because he was pursuing me like a flipping bull.
Yeah, and you accepted his advances because he had everything else going for him. You just proved my point.
He did, but the one box that he didn't have was that he didn't know how to be light-hearted and take.
Yeah, but I would rather be entertained than just rejected. What about if you just get rejected straight from the beginning? You just keep getting rejected based on the fact that you're too short.
If you're a short guy,
you haven't got an attractive face. You ain't got jawline. You ain't got the build.
If you're fat, if you're short, if you're what they would call ugly, right? Make sure you're clean first of all. First of all, be clean, hygienic. But what you need to do is you need to know how to make that woman that you like laugh, and not mugging you off laugh like, oh yeah, you're a best friend. No, not friend laugh. Man and woman laugh. That is what women like. Women like man who can make them laugh. There's too many miserable, whiny, moany men out there. They're so moany, right? They whine, they whinge, they just come in, they're whinging at the kids.
Let me say this: the best bet for what I've seen, yeah, for most guys, yeah, like this side of the world is already cooked anyway. The West is cooked, bro, in my opinion. Yeah, but I'd say you need to find a woman that's in a position where she's gonna look up to you, bruv. Like that's the only way. Like if you're looking for a girlfriend or wife or whatever, you need to find a woman that's gonna look up to you, not adjacent, up. Because if she looks up to you, then she's gonna have more respect for you. It's not about ha, make me laugh, bro.
No, it is. It is. I'm trying to tell you what it is. After you've ticked all the boxes,
She has to respect you. If the woman don't respect you, your relationship is doomed.
yeah, Rich.
Like because she will cheat, she'll treat you wrong, she'll embarrass you, she'll talk crazy in front of people up to you, bro. Like she must respect you, fam.
Obviously, that's obvious.
That's more important than telling stupid jokes.
No, a woman. I'm telling you, a woman to keep a woman, you need to make her. I'm trying to tell you something. It's yes, we risk because you're not gonna be. Even if
I'm
you're
not even saying I'm not saying what you're saying is totally untrue. Yeah, you need to have some like fun, entertaining, but and have not even entertaining. Just be charismatic, be witty.
Let me tell you,
has charisma. Yeah,
when a man's pursuing you,
respect is the number one thing.
Yeah, but that goes without saying, because who's going to talk to someone they don't respect? So when you first start talking, yeah, I respect you. Yeah, he's manly. I like him. No matter if he's short or fat, whatever it is, yeah, you're speaking to a man. You have some level of respect for him, yeah. But as you get to know the man, if he doesn't have
automatically, I don't think women automatically respect men just because they're talking to them in the because the guy approaches. I don't think so. Bro.
I'm talking about you're speaking for a couple of weeks or whatever. Obviously not automatically, but in order to get the woman's number, she's got some kind of respect for you. If she doesn't respect you,
she just thinks that you may be good looking, and she thinks, oh yeah, let me give him a chance. Let me add him to the roster.
No, women do not go for looks. They're not like men. We do not go for looks.
Women do go. You're saying women don't go for looks.
Yeah, but we respect you because you look a certain way. But you see, man, if a woman is a completely disgusting type of woman, if she looks right, a man will be with her. But women are not like that. Maybe little girls, maybe, but women, I'm telling you, if you're finding that you can't keep a woman or women don't like you, it's because you're too uptight. You don't know how to make a woman laugh.
Women go for looks as well, bro. What do you mean, fam?
Yeah, they do, right? But if you could be, like I said, the guy was good looking. He had everything that I like in a man, but he just...
Yeah, and you was talking to him, and how long was you talking to him for?
Actually, a long time. Actually, a very long time. Like, it was one of them...
So even better. You've proven my point again. Everyone in the chat, listen. Everyone watching, listen. She's proven my point. You was talking to this guy for a very long time because he checked off all the other things on the shopping list, but he wasn't funny. He was too serious. And guess what? You still stuck around for a long time, bro.
Wait, let me say.
Let's flip it. What if he was ugly and short and fat? But he was funny. Listen, he was short, ugly, and fat, and he had very average money, but he was funny. Do you think you would have put up with that for as long as you did with the other guy?
Let's put it this way, yeah. The other guy, right? At first he would make me laugh, and that, it's not like always rolling around like two clowns. But I come to find out he's too uptight. What I'm trying to say is, if you are ugly, short,
you answer the question.
Yeah, I am. Listen, if you are ugly, short, and fat, yeah, I'm not gonna put it out there, yeah. I'm more likely to stay with you if you make me laugh.
So you're saying something you're not doing, you haven't done, but what you're saying is, I will rather pick short, ugly, fat guy over the guy that has everything going for him because the fat guy is funny. Is that what you're trying to say?
Let's say you're dating someone. You're dating for a year, right?
The cap.
The one who's got the car and the money and the watches and the square jaw, and he's nice and he's very like, oh, let me buy you this, like, just very controlling. If the man like that, some girls, they need that. That's not my thing. I'm the type of woman, yeah. Most women, I'm telling you, that if a woman cheats on you, because them type of men, the reason
Women
they're
cheat because the man's not funny enough.
let me yes, the reason why he's so uptight, Rich, yeah, he's so uptight is because he knows he's nice. He knows he's done everything in his life to be a good man, and he goes for decent women. Like he's one of them type of men that has dated celebrities, them type of thing. Yeah, he knows he's nice, but he can't understand why it is that he's jarring to women, because some men are so uptight and whingy. I'm trying to tell you, but you see,
the world has made them that way.
Yeah, but you need to stop being like that. Drop
But
it.
him to be, do you realize, yeah? Like, for a man to be successful in this world and look good and have all his bases covered, that's not a simple operation, bro. That's not an easy mission. He's probably had to sacrifice a lot and blood, sweat, and tears and all that kind of stuff. It's not a simple thing. Maybe his life has hardened him, and that's why he's not laughing, bro. That's why he's not a comedian. Now, the short, fat guy, he's just been stuffing his face with cake. Yeah, he could laugh because he don't take his own health seriously.
Yeah, she's going to
What
feed
do
him.
you mean, bro?
The
way you talk here, like, and it's not specific to you, but like a lot of you women, you want the perfect Mr. Perfect, bro, and it don't exist.
No.
Like, you want a guy that's got money, he's tall, he's got a nice face, jawline, he goes gym, he's got a great build, he's got a Ferrari, he's got a 3-bedroom house that is just him that lives there, no baby mamas, great attitude, great with your family, your friends like him, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, believes the same religion as you, all of this stuff, bruh, emotionally intelligent, all of this dumb crap, bro. It's unrealistic, and most of you women, you're not even the things you're asking for. Yeah, so it's like, what are we really talking about?
My point
is, and now you've come and said that, oh yeah, nah, all I need is the man to be funny.
Yeah,
that's not true, fam.
Because everyone's going to go with the one for the Ferrari, with the Ferrari at first. But the reason why he started slightly, at first, because you're attractive. But once you get to know the man,
give him some box for a little bit. Let him sample the box because he's got a Ferrari. Let him have the box for a bit.
Personally, that's not what happened, because I never slept with that guy. That's number one. Number two, I'm just trying to say, and I know women do sleep with men. I'm not trying to be like act like women don't do that, but I'm trying to say, listen, a man can have all that stuff, but if he is an uptight git, she's going to go and feed strawberries to fat Nathan next door, right? That's what I'm telling you. Because
she's going to go and, if she can attract a guy of that caliber, she'll go and attract another guy of that caliber. Why would she go down, oh yeah, I've got this high-flying guy that's got everything going for him, yeah, but he doesn't make me laugh. He don't make me laugh, so let me go and go and sleep with Perry next door, who just drinks beer all day, but he can tell a joke. I don't think so. She's gonna go to the same place she found that guy. She's gonna go back to that place and find another one of that, but one with a better personality. That's all she's gonna do.
But he might be fat.
Yeah, I don't know about it. How many fat guys have you dated?
One.
One, and where is he now?
Not around.
Yeah. Well,
he wasn't fat, but he wasn't fit.
Yeah, you see? He wasn't even fat. He just wasn't fit enough for you. There you go.
First of all, he had a nice car.
Proving me right. I'm always right, bro.
He had a nice car, but he was fat. I'm not gonna lie, he was fat. And when he used to hug me, he used to tickle.
Mad thing. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, like, do you think there's what percentage of black women would you say are attracted to white guys?
0.001%.
Real?
Yeah, if she goes with a YT man, it's because she can't get man or she's brat pocket. That's number one.
Really?
Because I'm sorry, but to a BK woman, YT men are not attractive except for their credit score. They're not. They're not. You don't see YT women in the ghetto with no ghetto YT man. You don't see them.
So there's no white men, like even famous ones, that you find attractive.
Yeah.
So what you said is you've just contradicted.
What's his name? Johnny. I don't have business to call it. He's an actor. Nicolas Cage. I've always had a crush on him since I was like 9.
Yeah. She said Nicolas Cage.
And he's butters, isn't it?
She said Nicolas Cage. Of all the people, I would never thought you would have said that, bruv.
You know,
you said Nicolas Cage, you know.
Again, for me, it ain't about looks. He's serious, but he's funny. That's what I like about him.
She wants Nick Cage.
Yeah, I
Let's
do.
see. We got finally another guest at least.
Someone says Central C. No.
Is he? What is he? Is Central C white?
Where's Nia gone? Tell Nia to come back up.
I don't know. I don't even know what Central C is,
You
man.
can't take this kind of shameful conversation talking about
This conversation is jokes. Like, me personally, I look at it like this because for some reason I always get this label of King Richez loves white girls, and bro, like I like all girls, innit? There's black girls, mixed race girls. I'm sure Catherine would say my aura has gone down. Yeah, it's calm. Yeah, but yeah, like it's whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Whatever comes my way. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Sorry, what whitey women do you like, or that have celebrities?
celebrities. I don't know, you know, because usually what it is, yeah, I see them on IG. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but they're not celebrities though. They're not like, oh, I know their name. It's just I see, bro, she's hot. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
You're in too deep. Let's just talk about celebrities. You don't know. You ain't got a crush on one whitey celebrity.
No, but that's the thing. It's just like black things. There's black things that I see on the explore page. I'm like, raw, mixed race things, raw. Like, a white thing that I like that's famous. I can't think, you know.
So the thing about men, do you ever think about what does the woman look like without the makeup and do you ever think about that? Because that's, I can immediately dress down a woman and
my next live stream is gonna be about makeup.
Margot Robbie's a man.
What?
Yeah, she is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I know you don't know. But when it comes out in 5 to 10 years, you'll remember Catherine, right? So, what did you say about makeup? A lot of the women that you see on TV, the real celebrities, they're actually men. But let's not go there.
Wow, you come with the conspiracy.
Yes, they'll have babies, but they don't push them out. They don't grow in their womb. They get surrogates and all of that rubbish. But
let's not do all the conspiracy talks, man.
yeah, unfortunately,
allegedly.
No, unfortunately, a lot of men are attracted to men and they don't know it. But
hey, listen, stop talking about that. Allegedly, let's talk about what we're talking about here. Yeah, you want to do your conspiracy live? You do. Listen, not trying to get my thing locked off, bruv, because you want to say madnesses, bruv. Yeah, so everything she said, allegedly, it's not my point of view. I don't know what she's saying, if it's true or not. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, someone said in a chat, Jessica Alba. Back in the day, yeah, she was all right. I guess.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who Jessica Alba is, but I tell you who. Do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think Scarlett Johansson is a man or a woman?
Bro, why are you asking me? I just told you to stop talking about that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
What the hell?
What was you saying about makeup, Rich?
Yeah, I think that makeup is that should get cancelled. I think makeup should get cancelled. I think, do you know if makeup got cancelled, yeah, that would change the whole world. The whole world would change, bro. Like, and then it'll be, yeah, everybody, let's be humble together now. Yeah? Let's humble the world a little bit, bruv.
You know what, yeah.
No, but like, think about it though. Just imagine though, Catherine, if makeup got cancelled. Like, there was to come out and say, oh, makeup, it causes some life-threatening diseases. Any form of makeup, can't use it no more. Do you know how this world would change overnight, bruv?
All right, let me ask you this. If they do that, do you think BK men are going to go with YT women still? If there's no makeup? No.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it would pretty much be the same how it is now. Majority of people will go with their own.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's how it is anyway, though. With makeup.
I think there would be a cull in the interracial with whitey women and whitey men especially. There will be a cull.
So are you saying that you think a majority of black guys are with white women because white women are wearing makeup?
When they get with the whitey women, because men are very visual, right? Mm-hmm. The whitey women can't walk out with her natural lack lackluster lips, lacking in the lip. I'm talking facts. Most whitey women don't have lips, so they got to put on lip plumper and lip things, right? So if you're looking at a flat ting, yeah. But when they put on their makeup and they do wear a lot of hair extensions, I'm not trying to act like I'm hating on
No, they
white.
do. That's very true.
Right? They
A
have a
lot of
lot of
white girls are wearing hair extensions a lot, and
right. So,
they're putting in a lot in. But the thing about them, I will say this: their hair extensions are close to their natural phenotype. That's the caveat, though.
yeah, that's because we live
But
in the
at the
West.
same time, yes, we have to be real. A lot of them, they looks like they got bare hair. A lot of it is clippings, bruv.
In the natural state, and that's why this is why that I find that the aura drops when I see, especially darker skinned men with a lighter skinned women, because in the natural state, right? And I don't understand because you have to go to bed and wake up with that. In the natural state, why would you go with a whitey woman and you've got that dark skin melanin? Why would you not go with a darker melanin girl? Because in the natural state, they naturally look better without makeup, without all the stuff. They look better. I'm sorry. I'm talking about two fit. If you get a fit whitey woman and a fit BK woman, yeah, naturally, right? And imagine like the BK woman, her hair's blow dried out, right? You know, because she's not walking around with a buzz cut sort of thing. Not a buzz cut, but you know, she ain't got no. She's blow dried out her hair. Let's say it like that, right? She's got a bit of flow going on in her hair, right?
Her hair's out. Yeah, we get it.
Right, her hair's out and it's flowing. Yeah, because you know when BK women, when we blow dry our hair, it flows, it drops, it's nice, it's feminine, right? It's not looking like your brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, in the natural state,
Yeah.
BK women look better. So I don't understand why BK men go. If you're not YT, why are you with that? That's why they're all dropped, because I know what that looks like without makeup on, without hair extensions. I know what that looks like. And when on a hot day when that's sweating, I know what that looks like.
Do you know what? I think I'm gonna do a show where I'm just gonna ask black guys why they date white girls, and I'm gonna get all the answers. I'm gonna tally up which answer gets the most votes. That's what I'm gonna do.
Why can't you ask them now quickly? Because I one of them said
Oh
that.
yeah, you're right. Why am I gonna do that another day? Alright, all you black guys in the chat, yeah. If you're not black guy, please do not write something stupid because you're gonna mess up the experiment, yeah. All you black guys in the chat, yeah, write the number one reason. Make your answer be short, yeah. Why do you date white women, or why do you prefer to date white women? Yeah, I write it in the chat right now. We're gonna read it as it goes, innit? Yeah. D said attitude and behavior. Yeah, let's see. Is that a guy? No, it's not.
Right, so he said attitude and behavior. See, again, he wants to be Jamie.
That's something I hear a lot, though.
He wants to be Jamie. He wants Jamie's woman. He wants to be Jamie. He wants to be Mark. You know, that's
Why
what
are you
he wants.
Hold on. Why are you disregarding what he said? Why not unpack what he said? Someone else said it. Nice behavior and attitude.
Because the attitude and behavior he wants is not his attitude. It's not his. It's not his. It's somebody else's. He wants YT attitude and YT behavior.
Hold on. What? Why is attitude? You trying to say that attitude is a black thing?
Yes, it's a cultural thing. It's not attitude and behavior. It's the YT culture that he wants. He wants the YT man's woman.
So what's the what? So in terms of the women, let's keep it very specific to the way women behave. Yeah. What is this attitude you're talking about, and what is the YT comparison?
Well, I would say a YT woman, you know, for example, she doesn't have to do things. I don't know. You ask him, because
No, because you already started saying what he is and what he isn't.
Right,
so
let's take
obviously
example.
you must know what he's talking about. So I'm asking you.
Let's say, for example, and I know DV, I'm not going to go too deep. I know DV happens in all the culture, but let's say, for example, I've seen this with my own eyes. If a BK man or any man says something, a YT woman's going to go, no. A black woman's going to be like, are you mad? That's what they're talking about. It's the, are you
Why
mad?
would you jump all the way to DV and
No, because
extreme? Why would you jump to that?
Because what I'm trying to say is this is what they don't like. It's the are you mad? It's not just
No, but
DV.
DV is not something like, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. Like, now you're going mad, bro.
Because
Like, you're
that's what
talking
they
about.
want to do. They
I'm
want to.
asking you. I asked the black guys to say why they may date white women over black women. Yeah. Then a guy said attitude, and another guy said attitude, and then you start talking about DV,
Right, so that's
and
what
if
I said.
DV, but blood,
So,
the majority of black guys are not doing DV, bro. We need to make that very clear, fam.
all right, maybe DV is the
Like, 'cause
wrong
that's
word.
mad for you to even go and say that. That's mad.
I did say DV's deep. It's not what I want to say, but what I'm trying to say is he wants to be able to. A YT woman, right, is going to allow a man to manhandle her more than a BK man, whether it's verbally or physically. So most BK men who say things like their attitude's better, all it means is they don't like to be checked or corrected. Because a YT woman, what she's going to do is poison you. Right, I'm telling you, I'm talking about real life experiences. The BK woman's gonna cuss you out and leave you. This is what I've seen happen with people a generation or two older than me. But the YT woman's gonna stay with you, take the abuse. If you're talking about attitude and behavior, that means you want to abuse, right? Take the
How does
abuse.
that mean you want to abuse because you don't want a woman with attitude? What do you mean?
Because why she got attitude? Because you're abusing her.
Because some people have got bad attitudes. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
All right, I'm going off on a tangent here. Listen, yeah, when he says attitude and behavior, what I'm trying to say is he wants a reaction to his abuse. That's what I want to say. Whether it's physical
Why is
or
it always
verbal.
abuse? Oh my god, bro! You lot have you're talking from some victim mindset, bro. Why can't it be you just have a bad attitude and you're rude? Why can't it just be that?
So wait, hold on. He gets with a BK woman and she's got a
I'm
bad.
just saying, like, because you're going to DV, you started talking about DV, then you started talking about, oh, he doesn't want a reaction because he wants to abuse.
Yeah,
Bro,
because the
I'm
attitude.
saying, why are you going to those extremes? Because no, the majority of black guys are not doing DV and they're not abusing women, bro. They're not. So we need to stop trying to talk about this like this is the blanket answer. Like, this is stupid at this point. Like,
BK women's attitude only comes out when they try to abuse us.
that's
what
not
I'm trying to
true.
say.
That's not true. Bro, that is not true. Bro, do you know how many shows I've been on, even doing back chat, yeah? And the girls on back chat just talking bad attitude, bro. I've experienced it as well, fam. Like, what do you mean? Everyone, even women do it to other women, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you're going on places like Black Chat, yeah. You're
No,
going
in real life as well.
Yeah, but you're going for class, right? There's bad attitude YT women in that
I'm
class
not
as well.
saying there isn't. I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm just saying, yeah. The guy said attitude, and you started talking about DV and abuse, and I'm saying it's not because of DV and abuse, bro.
So what? So he's saying that all the reason he goes with YT women is because all the black women he goes with or he tries to go with have got bad attitude and behavior problems. But no,
And then you said, oh, because he wants the white man's attitude, he wants the white people's attitude, and that's not the black women have a different attitude. And I'm saying, explain what that attitude actually is, and then you start talking about DV and abuse.
Yeah, because the reason
Like,
he's
bro,
saying
like, how can you? Why are you going straight to DV and abuse? Why can't it be a thing of he's a normal black guy, which most black guys are normal black guys. They're not abusing women, yeah? But we know in this society, which is all girl power and women empowerment, and basically women can say whatever they want and be as rude and obnoxious and narcissistic as they want to men, and it's okay. That's daytime TV. But if a man says one little thing that women don't like, he'll get cancelled. We know we live in that kind of society now. Like, how can you say that, oh, the women are only got attitude when they're getting abused? That's not true, fam.
So
There's women that got bad attitude just walking around, and I'm not saying this is black women, but it is women walking around that just have bad attitudes, bro. I think that's quite normal.
Let me ask you this, Rick, yeah? Do you think a man who throws grenades in people's homes is more or less likely to be abusive?
Days, fam. What are you
more
talking
or less
about?
likely to be abusive?
Nah, bro. Stop doing that, fam.
What you see how men are. You see
What
now
do you mean
you see how bad it is.
you're gonna get dropped, bro. So don't
see how they are?
don't even do that. Don't do that, bro.
Do you? You know, if you can't continue that conversation,
You're talking about a guy throwing like doing that kind of stuff, bro.
Because
We're talking about the normal guy walking around.
You just brought up.
We're talking about the normal guy walking around, and you keep going to extreme to extreme to extreme.
You said a man could get cancelled, yeah? A normal woman can cancel a man. Did you not say that?
Yes, I did say that. I said a woman can come out and say whatever she likes. A woman can come out and diss a man about being ugly, being short, being broke, being anything, bro. And there's no problem with that. On social media, listen, I'm doing TikTok right now, yeah? A woman can come out, a panel of women can come out on TikTok and just be dissing guys for 2 hours, bro. That TikTok will never get banned, cancelled, taken off. There's whole TikTok accounts where it's women talking about how to finesse money out of men. And they did no problem. The videos don't get taken down, nothing. Yeah? But if a man says one thing, if a man calls a woman fat, he might get cancelled and lose his job, bro.
Okay, is Andrew Tate cancelled?
About, fam?
Is Andrew Tate cancelled?
Oh my, bro, he went to jail, fam.
What? Why? For abusing women?
Oh my god!
Was it? Did he abuse? Did he go to jail?
What Andrew Tate got to do with it, fam?
Okay.
What is that? Why do you keep going to extremes, bro?
Rich.
He got deplatformed. He's not on YouTube. He got deplatformed. Does he have a YouTube channel? Nope.
Well, he shouldn't have been trafficking women,
nope.
Should he?
No, but that's not the point. You brought him into the conversation. I didn't. I'm just telling you what happened with him. You don't know what happened. You don't know. You're not there. You haven't done the research. You're just going on what you heard. You don't know for sure. This is a very dangerous thing and a very immature thing to go around and speak about things that you don't know if it's fact or not. You're just going off what you've heard. Like, I'm not saying it's untrue. I'm not saying it is true. But I've got enough sense in my head to know I'm not going to speak on something when I don't know if it's the facts.
All right, let me ask you this, yeah? If me and you was to put £100 up and we could find out the absolute truth, would you say £100 we put up?
Why? I don't care about that. It's nothing to do with me, bro. Why am I going to think about that? The point, you're changing the point. The point of the matter of what I'm saying is that in this current society, a woman can get away with a lot of things that a man can't. And that's simple. And I don't know why you're acting like you don't know that. You're trying to talk about Andrew Tate and other people when we know
blood pressure.
knows that's true.
Let me ask you. Because you're feeling attacked, but I'm not attacking you and your friend.
No, you're not attacking. No, I know you're not attacking me, but the reason why I feel this way is because I'm somebody online that does content who's experienced this, where, you know, I'm just having real conversations and my things have been locked off before. And why has it been locked off? Because I'm a guy, bro. That's why. Because I've seen women do the exact same thing or worse, and everything's smooth sailing. No problems.
My point is this, yeah. Men who have a problem with women's attitude tend to abuse women. That's what I'm saying, and I'm not changing.
Wow, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So if you're a man and you don't want a woman with a bad attitude, that means you want to be an abuser.
No, listen to me clearly, Rich. Listen to me clear. If a woman has a bad attitude to you, it's because you're an abusive man. That's what I was saying.
That is the wildest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's not facts. There's no facts in that. There's no facts in that. No, the fact of the matter is, every man, no matter what woman you're dating, whether she's black, white, whatever, you want a woman that is kind, she's caring, supportive, and not rude, and doesn't treat you with disrespect. Yeah, or has some funny attitude, like quick to anger, argumentative. No guy wants that. Rich, doesn't matter who you're dating.
Let's slow it down, yeah, because let me tell you. So you're telling me
you were saying that that's normal to black women. You said that. I didn't say that. You were saying that.
Hold on. You see these so-called BK women, some of them or all of them who these guys say have attitude problems. Yeah. Do you think you?
I never even said that.
He said it in the comment. Listen, he said the reason he goes with whitey women is because I know he doesn't mean all, but the majority of BK women he must feel like has attitude and behavior problems, and he feels like whitey women don't have that problem. And I'm trying to tell you this, yeah. First of all, them BK women who you say have attitude problem, it's not every man's going to say that about her. That's number one. Number two,
because it's a lot of simps.
Rich, listen. Now they're simps. Now, Rich, listen to this, yeah. My point is this. It's just that the BK woman has a different response to the man. So the whitey woman will respond to, I would call it abuse, differently than a BK woman.
It's not necessarily abuse, though. This is what I don't like. You keep saying abuse every time. What about a regular conversation? What about flying off the handle for small things? We know women are emotional.
Hold on, Rich.
So it's not.
How's it small?
Listen. We know that women are emotional, quick to anger. We know a lot of our mums were like that, bruv.
First of all, you just turned into the whole.
Like, don't act like this is some foreign idea that
you just turned
could
into the
dealing
whole.
with somebody. You could be dealing with somebody who might have a quick to anger and have a bad attitude over things that are not even that serious. It's not that. It's not that alien, bro.
You see men and you see you. I'm a good representative for most women, how most women think, and you're a great representative how most men think. And let me tell you something, yeah. Men are hypocrites, right? Thank you, CJ. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, CJ. Men are hypocrites, right? And when things get too deep, they start busting out of their shirt. They get hot and they want to say, no, the reason I'm turning into a Hulk is because you made me angry. That's what men are like, and you just displayed it.
Whatever.
Right? That's facts. That's facts.
You're not saying any facts. You've contradicted yourself. You do realize this video is recorded. Yeah. And you've contradicted yourself many times. And you're trying to say I'm being a hypocrite and I'm this and I'm that. I'm just telling you the truth, because at the end of the day, when I click off this, I don't care, bro. My life's all right. I don't care, bro. Like, I get women. I get black women, mixed race women, white women, even Indian women, bro. So, like, bro, like, I don't care, bro. Like, I'm just literally, all I'm doing is having a conversation. Please don't get it twisted and think, oh, you're hurting me, or oh, now I'm gonna think about this. No,
you've got
absolutely not, bro. Like, I'm just checking you on the things you're saying. That's all.
Wait, we've had a warning. I think it's getting too hot in here. And I know I'm winding you up. Because you're
not winding me up. You can never wind me up because you're not that important.
Not like, easy, Rich. What I'm trying to say is I know what I'm saying, because you're on a platform and I know what men are like. You can talk the truth to man and, you know, now they're going to...
You're not saying any truth. You said if a man doesn't want a woman with an attitude, that means he wants to abuse her. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Because Rich, men who say that, I'm just trying to tell you. Are you
married? Do you have a man right now?
I do. Yes, I do. I am married and I do have a man. And let me tell you, for example, but I've been married for a year, but we've been married for a year, but we've been together. Yeah, I've been married. Well, a year. It was a year in August or July.
Okay.
No, it was a year in June. I'm not gonna lie. It was the end of June.
Oh, she's lying already.
No, because we had a long holiday. And I can't remember. But I got married at the end of June in 2024. Right? Number one. Shut up, Rich. I'm not gonna come here and lie. But let me tell you this. Let me give you an example, because my man's a man. I know what I'm dealing with. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. What you
your husband, yeah, or your man?
What do you think I'm lying? Do you
your
think
man or your husband?
He's my man. He's my husband.
Okay.
Wait, don't you believe me? You think I'm gonna come here?
Okay, bro.
All right. So anyway, moving on. Let's say that he's not imaginary. Yeah. Let's say he's not imaginary, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say he's not imaginary.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, for example. Yeah. Right. Let me tell you example. Right. So this isn't my imagination. Right. This actually happened. Right. Remember the thing that happened with your guy, Diddy? Your guy. Remember what happened with him when it all come out?
My guy. What do you mean, my guy, bro?
Because he's
I'm gonna end the live stream. This live stream's getting mad anyway. Like they're gonna do something soon anyway. But yeah, listen, let me end it there anyway. Yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow in it, so you can jump on tomorrow and argue with me again. Yeah. But you said my guy. That's all nuts. I don't have no guy, bruv. Like, what the hell?
I meant another man.
I know.
All right, Rich. I'll let you go.
Make that clear still. But yeah, anyway, say your final thoughts before I end it, because I want to end it now, innit?
Okay, so basically, in the beginning,
No. Final thought. Like, I'm gonna end the live stream.
Final thoughts?
Yeah. Quickly.
Do you? That's all I can say.
No, interracial dating. Yes or no?
Do you, man? Love is love.
She's not about it. It's cool. But anyway, listen, you lot. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, King Richez. This video is going over there, so you can watch it on a replay. Anyway, with that being said, good night. I'm out of it. Peace.